Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we're on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Sankara FM Yendi, Castle FM Cape Coast, Laura FM Laura, and Radio Max Takrade. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital yet to settle 4 million cedi debt after it resumed outpatient dialysis nearly 5 months after shutdown. The Ministry of Health says it is taking steps to offset the debt.
Government has taken steps to ensure that that debt is cleared. Give us these documents so that government will come in to clear.
Meanwhile, the renal patients say they cannot afford any increment in dialysis fees as the hospital pushes Parliament to expedite the approval of new charges. Also, pedestrian knockdowns remain the leading cause of deaths in Accra as road accident records a significant decline by 22% in 2022 in business.
Ghana to secure more funding from the International Monetary Fund after the board approved a proposal to increase member quota by 50%. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And later in the bulletin, we'll tell you how the OR Foundation and some fashion designers from Kantamanto are adding style and bringing second-hand clothing, popularly known as Obroni Wewu, to the runway.
Most of these people here, the clothing that you are seeing here, the ones you see on the runway, will most likely have ended up in some damp or some gutters or be somewhere.
I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Details now. More than 48 hours after resuming outpatient dialysis, the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital has yet to offset a 4 million cedi debt that led to its 5 months shutdown. The Renal Patients Association of Ghana reported that at least 19 deaths were reported during the closure. The situation resulted in compromised treatment, forcing many of their members to settle for less frequent dialysis sessions, contrary to the recommended thrice weekly schedule. The Ministry of Health says it is taking steps to pay the debt. Isaac Ofe is Health Ministry's PRO.
Government has taken steps to ensure that that debt is cleared. It is as a result of the subsidy that's paid out. However, there has also been a different support to them in order that we don't get back to those places, those situations again. So that going forward, we are able to say that we are operating the place without any challenges of debt that we incur after the place has been opened.
Well, Isaac Ofe also mentioned that the ministry has implemented measures to prevent a reaccumulation of the debt. He stated that the ministry has devised several interventions aimed at promptly clearing the subsidies.
The ministry is also initiating efforts like creating a fund for them so that going forward, ministry or government is able to lead or subsidize some of these payments so that it doesn't come back that Korle-Bu is owing. Remember, Korle-Bu is an agency just like Ghana Health Service, Food and Transport under the ministry. So we lead some of these policies for them. They bring it here and then we have to submit those things to Parliament. So we sit down with them, then we formulate policies that will be able to take care of some of these lapses that has been there for the past.
Meanwhile, renal patients say they cannot afford any increment in the fees for dialysis as the hospital charges Parliament to expedite the approval of new charges. Kojo Bafwa, president of the Renal Patients Association.
Even the 380, like we keep saying, it was First Sky who was paying for us. Now that they've called us and said we should come and pay, we don't even know whether the First Sky is still going to pay or. But for now, they've told us that when you are coming, come with your 380. So if the 380 we are having a challenge and they are trying to get Parliament to increase it, we will come back to square one. We cannot afford.
Kojo Bafwa, president of the Renal Patients Association. Now, pedestrian knockdowns continue to lead road traffic deaths in Accra despite a 22% decline in road fatalities in 2022, according to a Bloomberg Philanthropist Accra Road Safety Report. Ebenezer Baidu is its road injury surveillance coordinator in Accra.
So we start out with the trend in deaths and injuries from 2018 to 2022. Actually been a steady decline in the number of reported deaths in the last 2 years. 2022 and 2021, there's actually been a 17% decrease in road fatalities. For serious injuries, we've also seen a steady decline in the number of reported serious injuries in the last 5 years. Similar to the overall deaths, we also saw a 22% decrease in the number of reported crashes in the most recent years, and we could largely attribute them to enhanced enforcement by the police.
There is an easy calm in Ada as residents accuse security operatives of Electrochem Ghana Limited for shooting and killing 2 persons on Monday. Listen to Nene Milo Dadibom Anim II, chief of the Korle-Bu, who narrated what happened to Joy News.
In the afternoon, we heard the news that some Langas, together with the police, came to attack our people, and then the Langas are waging machetes and cutting the robbers that they are using, slashing them with cutlasses. And then if you are there and you wanted to inquire the reason of that, then they pounce on you with their machete, they butcher you, and then that is the first news we heard. But later on, a call came that one person was shot dead. When we go there, one of our committee members is lying down in a pool of blood, dead.
Meanwhile, Electrochem Ghana Limited has denied any alleged shooting during the confrontation between its security personnel and community members. Nene Saida is operations manager of Electrochem.
So what happened yesterday was we went to their normal duty, and then where we were supposed to work, some people have laid police over there, and those police are supposed to be removed so that we can continue working. In the time of removing the police, and then some community people came there in their numbers, and then of course have different verbal talks with the security system, start throwing stones and things. So that is what happened.
Moving on, there is renewed pressure on President Akufo-Addo this morning to take advantage of his last year in office to dismiss non-performing ministers and reduce the size of his government. The finance minister will be presenting the 2024 budget later this month in the midst of Ghana's worst economic crisis in a generation that has forced the country back to the IMF. Speaking on PM Express last night, economist and former board chairman of Unilever, Dr. Ishmael Yamson says the president has a final opportunity to salvage his legacy.
Right now, this economy is on its knees. We know why we are where we are. We have had appointees who have done nothing. I will expect him to slim his government, to save cost, even if for 6 months, because it will save this country a lot of money. Because you see, you cannot pour water into a basket. And that's why your 3 billion from IMF for me is nothing.
Economist and former board chairman of Unilever, Dr. Ishmael Yamson, there now with less than 2 weeks for the finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta to present the budget to Parliament. NDC MPs in the Greater Accra region are threatening to oppose it if government does not make adequate commitment to construct the large general hospital. Government demolished the facility prior to the 2020 election to construct a new facility, but almost no work has been done. MP for Ododo Diodio Nilante Vanderpoy is chairman of the caucus.
As we are speaking today, in the next budget, we will want to see a commitment to the commencement of work on the large general hospital. It shouldn't be any promise. We want to see it in the next budget. Mr. Speaker, on this note, I am the chairman of the Greater Accra caucus of the minority. You are on our land, and I'm assuring you, if we don't see it in the budget, we will not make the budget in this house come out.
Ododo Diodio MP Nilante Vanderpoy there. Now the Kantamanto market in Accra is the hub for second-hand clothing, popularly known as Obroni Wewu. The OR Foundation and some designers from the market are helping to bring some of these clothes to the runway with models wearing them with style. Over 1,000 people from different backgrounds were present at the Rollins Park in Accra for the second edition of the Obroni Wewu Festival to celebrate the Kantamanto market for its role in reuse, repair, upcycling and remanufacturing of used clothing. Maxwell Agbagba has more.
Welcome to the Rollins Park, where scores of models graced the runway with elegance and style.
The Obroni Wewu 2023 festival has brought to life clothes that hitherto would have been downed in Ghana's drainage system, choking and perhaps causing flooding. The talented young ones here have brought life to these clothes, and now they are on the runway.
The lead organizers are noting passionately urged industry players and policymakers to acknowledge the invaluable contribution of Kantamanto to Ghana's fashion landscape.
What is most significant is that we have designers from Kantamanto who like very, very talented and creative individuals who have gone under like 2 months intensive training. And we also have a pop-up shop where most of the vendors from Kantamanto are selling their goods here as well. Beneath the surface, there's so much that is being done in terms of environmental activism. As in, most of these people here, the clothing that you are seeing here, the ones you see on the runway, will most likely have ended up in some dam or some gutters or be somewhere. But this is because
And that's it for the bulletin. In our top story, Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital yet to settle 4 million cedi debt after it resumed outpatient dialysis nearly 5 months after it shut down. The Ministry of Health says it is taking steps to offset the debt. I'm Amazing Nyamiche Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Joy 99.7 FM. Radio for the discerning listener.
You know your papa see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, papa! Bobo! Papa! Oh, Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Chairman. Hey, Chairman! Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Behind every door lies a world of opportunities.
And with Absa's flexible loans, you hold the master key to open all the doors to your dreams.
Doors to a new horizon and everything you could ever dream of. At Absa, we help you open the doors to all your dreams. Whether you want to buy a home, a plot of land, or finance your personal projects, our flexible personal loans, mortgage, and credit cards can make it happen. Visit absa.com.gh to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity. That's Absa. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello Ghana, I've got great news for you. After 26 years of academic excellence globally, Botho University is now in Ghana, offering degree programs in health information management, cybersecurity and risk management, software engineering, network security and computer forensics. Admissions are ongoing for January 2024 with up to 50% scholarship for the first 150 students. We offer flexible payment terms, internship opportunities and experiential exchange programs with our sister campuses. Pick up your admission form today at our East Legon campus near ANC Mall or call 0302 523 782 or WhatsApp 020-990-4714 for more information. Botho University, vibrance, innovation, impact.
The Ministry of Education, in partnership with National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, present the most exciting science event of the year, STEM Novation, where innovation meets science. The National Contest of Ideas for Second Cycle Schools has reached its pinnacle with the final showdown, which features the top 24 schools, happening on the 14th and 15th of November at the City Conference Center, University of Ghana. Join us from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and witness 24 exceptional schools going head-to-head in an innovation contest to solve tomorrow's problems today. Don't miss this grand occasion filled with knowledge, curiosity, and groundbreaking ideas. There will be exhibits of science projects from schools in Ghana. Come and take a look at the innovations of youth. Join us for STEM Novation 2023 because there's always room for more knowledge. STEM Novation 2023, solving tomorrow's problem today.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project or demand, choose Syntex tank. Syntex tank, stress-free. Syntex tank, reliable. Syntex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
Hello, welcome to Dominion University College, your path to a bright future. At Dominion University College, we pride ourselves on fostering a supportive and inclusive community, empowering our students to become leaders and innovators in their chosen fields. Choose from our wide range of undergraduate and postgraduate programs, carefully crafted to meet the evolving demands of the professional world. Call us today on +233 201 063 633 or +233 507 777 435. Or visit us at www.duc.edu.gh. Enroll at Dominion to receive a world-class education the Dominion way.
Bafu? Hey, morning, good morning.
Charlie, how?
I'm good, you?
I'm okay. So, you know when you've solved a problem but you haven't solved it, you know,
Yeah.
like kind of like Charlie, you people are disturbing us, so we've opened the unit.
Doesn't exactly solve the problem.
I mean, listen, it's a step in the right direction.
Mhm.
These people need this unit to be open. So hearing that it's open is good news. The question is, can it stay open? Because the reason why it was shut hasn't been solved.
True.
Right?
Mhm.
You still owe 4 million. So how much consumables do you even have?
Mhm.
Are you going to give these people hope and then dash it again? And these are real people with real problems. I mean, listen, I want you to listen to Kojo Bafo Ahinkra, right? He's the president of the Renal Patients Association of Ghana, right? This is what he had to say.
This morning, I had a call from the unit again confirming that the unit has opened. So I should let my people know. They should come and take their request and go and do their labs. As you can see, one of the guys is here, the guy from Kibi. He's also here to come and do his lab so that he can have access to the place. I think the challenge we are going to have now will be, we may not have the normal 2 sessions a week. We may be having 1 session a week. The reason being that we are many. And we being many, and the machines are small. Apart from that, if you went up there, you could see up there are no any machines there. So most of the ward cases are being brought here. So I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on it. So I think they will be giving us once a week for now until further consultation of more machines are added up to it. And we'll appreciate it, we'll take it.
I mean, half a loaf, right?
Half a loaf.
Except that when it comes to dialysis, half a loaf is not a loaf.
Yeah.
It's no bread.
Yeah.
Because the point of dialysis is to do the job of your kidneys. Your kidneys are supposed to clear out all the impurities from your blood. Right? It's
Yeah.
not like your body, you can clear out some of the impurities and leave the rest. It's all going to damage you. It's all going to cause damage if you can't clear it out. So if you need it 3 times a week and you do it once, for the rest of the week that you are not doing it, you get it. You still have failed kidneys. Now that's just one problem. The other one is what he's talking about. There's now going to be pressure on the system because there were so many of them who were left out in the cold. Now you are bringing them in. They are going to now put extra burden on the few machines, right, that were being used for inpatients, because the inpatients are still there. They're still there. The outpatients are now being asked to come and join, right? They haven't bought new machines. But how much of the consumables do they even have if they are going to reduce the thing to once a week?
It's a pathetic situation.
The problem hasn't quite been solved.
Yeah.
You know, and at this point, I think we just have to start thinking outside the box, because it looks like government is either not willing or able.
What would it take?
4 million cedis. At least as a starting point.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's really troubling and terrible. 4 million cedis.
Yeah. Okay. The 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And ABSA Mortgage. Time now for the Joy Business Report, lovingly put together by Akpafu and his team. And, of course, even more lovingly brought to us by Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life. And Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
Hi, good morning. Bringing you the Joy Business Report lovingly. Like Kujo says, welcome everyone. Coming out this morning, Ghana to secure more funding from the International Monetary Fund after the board of the fund approved a proposal to increase member quota by 50%. Also, ahead of the 2024 budget, government aired to review indirect taxes to give some relief to businesses whilst making them more effective. And players in the tourism and hospitality sector appealed to government to consider consolidating the numerous taxes in the industry ahead of the 2024 budget presentation. Details coming up. Welcome. Hi to you if you're listening from Kofu Radio on KTU Radio. My name is Darryl Kwao. First up, Ghana's ability to secure more funding and borrow from the International Monetary Fund in the coming months has been given a major boost after the Executive Board approved a proposal to increase allocation to members by 50%. Here's George Jaffe.
The IMF quota can be linked to the voice, the power that each member has within the group, or its ability to draw down on IMF resources. It could also be linked to how much a member country can contribute to the IMF. The quota influences the special drawing rights of each member in terms of the amount of money that that country can get from the IMF. Ghana recently secured $3 billion as part of the IMF program. However, some raised questions about the amount that Ghana got. But for some, it is all about this quota. So with this development, if Ghana in future gets another program, it should be able to get more funding from the IMF. If the IMF decides to share some profits or support some of its members, including Ghana, the country could get more funding from the IMF. But looking at the country's current debt levels, should we be excited about this development, and should Ghana take advantage of this to borrow more when the opportunity presents itself? The IMF board is expected to meet on November 22 to approve the second tranche of funds of $600 million. That is, if Ghana is able to secure the financing assurance from its bilateral creditors.
George, I feel with that report. Now, some tax analysts have suggested that it is time for government to review the indirect tax regime to give some fiscal space to businesses to grow. According to them, the 2024 budget, scheduled to be presented in the middle of November, can provide the right atmosphere to send a good signal to businesses struggling as a result of consumption tax. Speaking to Joy Business, tax analyst Francis Timoboy argued that it would be prudent to always assess the effect of taxes on consumers and businesses to make them more effective.
Indirect tax affects everybody. And so, yes, we have seen some indirect tax policies that have been rolled out. We believe, or I personally believe, that we need to, reshape those taxes. For example, in 2018, we decoupled the VAT from the Get Fund and NHIL. That created a whole cost component, about 6% for businesses. Businesses are supposed to be producing unit, they are not consumers. And so mostly if you pass an indirect tax, it's supposed to be paid by the consumer. But if you allow them to keep those costs, it increases the cost of production. And if they are unable to pass it on to consumers, at the end of the day, then you are crippling the production unit. Meanwhile, the tax is supposed to be paid by consumers. And that's a problem. So we've argued that, look, let businesses get a deduction of those cost components. That's why these businesses are, crying.
You heard tax analyst Francis Timorboy. Now, economist Professor Butexin is asking government to show commitment by reducing the size of state institutions as a way to reduce costs on the public purse. According to him, the upcoming 2024 budget and economic policy must be used as a channel to streamline government operations to reduce expenditure. Professor Texin was contributing to the State of the Ghanaian Economy report by the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research in Accra.
What is important for government to do is to show that commitment, at least in cutting down on the size of government. I mean, it's not just reducing discretionary expenditure by 30%. We still see the V8s all over the place. When the ministers are moving, president is moving, a long convoy of them. They come with cost. So if we could begin to rationalize even the number of government functionaries, ministers who are on government payroll, that will give a signal to even other public sector institutions to also do something about cutting down the wastage.
Economist Professor Ebo Texan there. Still on the 2024 budget, players in the tourism and hospitality sector appealing to government to consider consolidating the numerous taxes in the industry. They say some of the taxes can be merged since they all serve the same purpose. Dr. Edward Akanyamike Jr. is president of the Ghana Hotels Association.
We are trying to appeal to government to look at the tax regime. You see, we are looking at a situation where it will even be possible to consolidate the various taxes that we pay, consolidate it at a certain flat rate. So that when you are in the hotel industry or tourism industry, this is a one-stop tax that you pay that covers everything at a level that will encourage investment, that will also encourage patronage and all that. Let's come to one sum of a tax, okay, to the industry that will cover all these NHIL, get on the 1% tourism at a level that will help the industry, not all these several taxes.
You heard Dr. Edward Akanyamike Jr., president of the Ghana Hotels Association. Now, the Bank of Ghana is advising consumers to be careful of whom they guarantee loans for. According to the central bank, the guarantor will be compelled to repay the loan with accrued interest if the borrower fails to honor the obligation. Now, in a notice, the regulator of the banking industry also advised the guarantor to assess the repayment capabilities of the borrower before guaranteeing any credit facility or loan. It urged consumers not to rush to guarantee for borrowers and sign off on the documents, but rather obtain and study the loan agreement to ensure that they understand the terms and conditions. Moving on, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta says government will invest hugely in the Development Bank Ghana to support the private sector in order for the country to achieve macroeconomic stability. According to him, the government is poised to bridge the gap between the banking sector and industry. He explains the government will allocate some funds to cushion the operations of indigenous businesses.
We'll continue to reposition the Development Bank of Ghana, which is going to be a critical partner in bringing in funds that are appropriate, long-term, accessible for the banks to be given to industry, support the development of key fiscal and digital infrastructure to ease the process of doing business and reduce transaction costs, guarantee renewable energy supply and promote equitable distribution to support industrial expansion and bring a new culture to our institutions which respects the clients, that is the private sector.
Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta there. Now, during his nutrition course in medical school, Dr. Kwamna Asan realized there are major nutrients that could easily be obtained naturally from plant foods without supplements. Infants came to mind, and he began working on a recipe that birthed Sanaba baby cereal. The Joy Business van visits his production facility today to learn more. Here's a bit of what to expect. Alright, so the process begins from here where we wash the grains. Yeah. And so we are done washing the grains. This is black eyed pea. Yeah. And so we are going to transfer it here and then it goes out to dry. Yeah. So let's do that. We are the production facility of From Home Food Processing and Packaging Enterprise. Chief Executive Dr. Kwame Asan will show us how his flagship product, Sanaba Baby Cereal, is produced. An idea that came to him while he was studying in China.
We had a course which was nutrition. So during that course, reading the notes, I realized how important we can get nutrients from plants and how those nutrients were vital. So it just came to my mind, why don't you do something for babies? I realized mothers were looking for something healthy, but then they had no option than to just pick what was on the market. So I realized if we could bring something that is healthy, the parents were going to accept.
All right, make a date. 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report, 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. That is our Joy Business One episode for today. So be sure to tune in. Our story on From Home Food, which produces Sanaba Baby cereal. Before we go, let's check the markets for you this morning. Let's begin with the currency market. The dollar going for 12 cedis 4 pesos. That's on the forex or retail market. The pound going for 14 cedis 75 pesos. The euro going for 12 cedis 75 pesos on the commodity market. Crude oil selling at $81 a barrel this morning after going down from yesterday's trading. Gold lost almost $4 to open trading at $1,965 an ounce. Cocoa also lost $36 trading this morning at $3,905 a ton. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. Lovingly handing it back to Kojo Youngson with more of the Super Morning Show.
Speaking of more on the Super Morning Show, apart from what's happening at Korle-Bu, we're also going to spend a bit of time today bringing back something that was said by one of the most respected Ghanaians. They call him the chairman of chairmen, Dr. Ishmael Yamson. In a recent interview, I think it was on PM Express, Dr. Ishmael Yamson was asked to rate the president in his fight against corruption.
What was the score?
What score do you think he gave him?
What score? Tell me.
I want you to guess how Ishmael Yamson rated the president on corruption.
Was it out of 100 or
out of 10?
10. I'm sure it was below 5.
That's why they pay you the big bucks. I'll play back a little bit of what he said, especially that part during the news review, so you can see whether you got it right or not.
I'm tuned in.
Also, today we didn't bring you the message from the morning man. You call it Printer's Devil or whatever happened. We had a bit of an issue there. But I will still publish it on myjoyonline.com. It'll be on my Facebook page as well. So for those of you who missed it and still want a bit of inspiration today, give me about 20 minutes. I'll put it up and you can go and check it out.
Definitely.
For shizzle. All right, then. Shall we move on with this love train? Speaking of love, that's why you were saying you're handing back with love. Because I see the song that you've chosen for us for our inspirational song. It's a good one. Kirk Franklin, right?
Yeah. I love Kirk Franklin.
Yes, don't we all? Especially Love Theory by Kirk Franklin. It's our inspirational song brought to us by Duraplast Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipe. Water storage tank with a level indicator. Where Duraplast goes, water flows. I should let you start introducing the inspirational. Not bad. Big morning today. So we've heard from the renal unit. They say they've opened, but there's still questions. We'll get to that in a bit. First, though, drive safe.
Yes, our Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joe News and Multimedia Group. It's supported by Toyota Superior Quality. So here's our tip this morning. Cut out distractions. A distraction is any activity that diverts your attention from the task of driving. Driving deserves your full attention, so stay focused on the driving task. That's our tip, our Drive Safe tip today. Drive safe.
Addendum tip on cars that are broken down that are still on the road. Just behind the Achimota school in the Achimota Forest Road, clearly. There's one. I just hope that they will clear it early enough because traffic's building up. That's become a problem for everybody. So the police, there's Achimota police,
right there.
Police there. So they should help out. Then they should just get
Otherwise, the traffic will be very heavy. But it looks like there's a vehicle breaking down almost every day.
I don't know. It appears to be on my way, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I can say almost every day, but
I've heard you. This is the second time I've heard you this week.
In fact, it's the fourth I've seen. Yeah, from last week. I don't know why it's happening, but I mean, cars will break down because, of course, it can happen. The most important part is that there's an intervention quickly to make sure that we can clear the way for others to use the road. That's all.
And greetings to the team from Ashesi University.
People should buy triangles, please. I'll come to you. People should buy. How can you put those in this century? Small plants. Then they'll spread like 2 or 3 plants. Really?
They put the leaves there, and they expect that you see.
I thought the police was checking triangles some time ago. Anyway,
hoping the leaves will reflect in the dark, so that you see.
And it's at dawn too.
What they've done is they've just put another hard to see impediment in the road, which is actually more dangerous than the car that has broken down, because you will not see it until you are driving over it.
Yeah.
There are big branches in there. God knows what it will do to your suspension. So what is the thinking? Who invented that idea? And how did it become popular? I'm not worried about the first person who did it. I'm worried about everyone else who saw it and thought, yes, I'll do it too.
It's a better idea than the triangle.
Anyway.
Yeah, greetings from Ashesi University. I spent a bit of time there yesterday in the leadership class. We're talking 7 leadership, the role of the media. So good morning to all the students I met yesterday.
Mentoring them.
A group of Gen Zs. No, we had a discussion, a conversation. Dr. Millicent J, thank you very much for the opportunity. And you guys have a fantastic campus right there.
Wow. Wonderful.
You are a servant leader.
Yes, I am.
Why this?
Are you doubting that?
Why the skeptical silence?
Oh no, I just want to move on to say it right. It's brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are our hallmarks. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either. I say either.
How about another commonly mispronounced word? This one might surprise you. As usual, I'll spell it first. College. That should be an easy one, right? College. But let me ask you, how many times have you heard people say college? Isn't it baffling though? There is no A in college. So where are they getting the A sound from? It's college, not college. The word college comes from the Latin word collegium, which means community or guild. There are 2 original Latin words at play here. Com, which means with, and leg, which means to choose or gather. So you could look upon the word college as the Englishman's attempt to describe a group of people who choose to gather together in the pursuit of one goal. In this case of the modern definition, that goal is knowledge, not knowledge. So now you have the knowledge, it's college, not college, never college. In fact, that would be sacrilege. More correction than anyone else. It's 6:41. And that was it, right? Now, before we get into the news review brought to you by Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough, and My Way, a simple life insurance by My Life and MTN Momo. Dial *165# on MTN to join My Way today. Now, just before we get into the headlines, look, this is it, right? This is the matter. The renal unit, the outpatients renal dialysis unit, has reopened.
Mm-hmm.
The dialysis patients have been told to come and do their blood tests. But the problems remain. Well, at least some of the problems remain. It's good that the thing has opened. It's in the right direction. And I mean, commendation must be given. Even though there was a delay. Now, why was there a delay? There was a delay because Ekadaho and the debt is to be paid. So if the debt has not been paid, how long can they stay open? Right? That's not the only problem. A bunch of new people are coming back after 5 months and how many days of not coming there. The machines there were being used by the inpatients, if you will. Okay? Now the outpatients are back. So there's going to be a scramble for the few machines. They haven't added any more dialysis machines. So there's going to be quite a burden on the existing machines. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, first of all, how will they prioritize? Who will go first? And they are already being told, the outpatients, that you can get only one dialysis session a week instead of the 3 recommended sessions. Amamabi, you can't just clean part of your blood and survive. Right? For the rest of the week that you have not had your 2 sessions, your blood is not clean. So whatever problem you are trying to solve exists for majority of the week. Let's listen to Kojo Bafo Ahinkra. He's the president of the Renal Patients Association of Ghana.
This morning, I had a call from the unit again confirming that the unit has opened. So I should let my people know they should come and take their request and go and do their labs. As you can see, one of the guys is here, the guy from Kibi. He's also here to come and do his lab so that he can have access to the place. I think the challenge we are going to have now will be we may not have the normal 2 sessions a week. We may be having 1 session a week. The reason being that we are many, and we being many, and the machines are small. Apart from that, if you went up there, you could see up there are no any machines there. So most of the ward cases are being brought here. So I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on it. So I think they will be giving us once a week for now until further consultation of more machines are added up to it. And we'll appreciate it. We'll take it.
Yeah. So that's the reality.
On the face of it, I'm actually happy that at least there is some hope to the people that we were extremely concerned about.
Yeah.
And there were some, and sometimes you think that they will care about people who are of the opinion that, oh, you are making too much noise about it. How on earth in any world can too much noise be made about saving lives? About doing the very small things that others have taken for granted? Because it happens as of a normal course of engagement, that we have to spend quality time every single day within the last God knows how long, do special programs on this just to make sure there is an indication that we will fix a problem of this sort. It should tell us the kind of governance we are running, and we should be interested in that. We, as Kwame Saponesiedu explained not long ago, spend more on health than our colleagues in Liberia and other countries like Rwanda, but their health outcomes are better than us. It should tell us a story. It should indicate to us that there surely will be a lot of waste in that system, and that it is up to those of us, jobless people like us, where we sit here every day, to remind the people we have given strength, power, and energy and authority to just do the very basic things that they are supposed to do. Nobody is demanding of them extraordinary, which should be what we should be demanding anyway. We are just asking them to do the bare minimum. If you are unable or refusing to do bare minimum, you can't be receiving praises for some of us because we are not your praise singers. So whilst we are happy that finally some sanity has prevailed, somebody just thought of saying that human lives still matter. Well, we are happy that that's happening. It cannot be said that this is some wonderful news because we did some extraordinary work. We have failed our people at all times. And you see, it's okay. Some can still go to Korle-Bu today. But the lives of Priscilla Asante will never come back to life. Let's not pretend we don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
And that's how serious this is.
Or the 19 others.
Yes. And yes. Nobody's going to bring them back to life. But we are okay with it. Nobody is picketing at your place because you failed in these areas. We're just pretending that we can move on. But these families will not move on anyway. Yes. So what is expected is that we do not have to do another show. We don't have to tell you in the face that you are failing before you fix the problem permanently. But listen, the health sector is big. If you cannot fix this one, how can you superintend over such a sector?
Well, thanks to the ministry for listening to the people. Thanks to all the callers yesterday. I think we together piled some pressure and we got results. The ministry says that it's absorbing this 4 million, but we're all concerned about long term. And they also explain that the reason the hospital says it did not open immediately after the directive was because they didn't want to open and close after a week.
Precisely.
They wanted to do it permanently.
Because of the debt, right?
We hope that this is going to be permanent. One thing that's also not very clear, the hospital is asking for an increment. They were urging Parliament to quickly pass it when it gets to them. But according to the ministry, through the PRO yesterday, the ministry has not approved anything like that. They have not received any such thing from the hospital. So this is also one of those things that we're not so clear about. Korle-Bu definitely wants the cost increased. Ministry says they don't have any knowledge of that. But once the hospital itself is calling for a thing like that, after that notice that went viral, that was subsequently reversed, now we know that something like that is coming. We need to get clarity on that.
May I ask, what does it mean when the ministry absorbs debt? What does it mean?
It has just changed hands.
The state is going to
instead of going to
instead of Korle-Bu owing the money.
Yes, now it is being transferred.
The ministry
to the
now owes the money.
Ministry,
but the money is still owed.
Yes, which means that mostly people want people that they know can pay to be the ones owing them, right? So they know that as for government, if it takes even 15, 25 years, and the ministry is the one saying that this is our debt, they will find money to pay you. And you pile on the interest and everything, and you still get your money at the end of the day.
But would you still be supplying whilst they still owe?
Because it is, to many of these business people, in a very awkward way, it is better to continue to be in business with government. Because you know that at least you have on your accrual sheet, somebody owes you something that you can actually use for your business, or also continue to supply if it's not affecting your bottom line 100%.
I think maybe we should do the work to find out whether these particular suppliers are of that ilk, whether they are happy to continue supplying Korle-Bu while they are owed 4 million Ghana cedis. Let's find out, because if they are not, that means the problem remains. That means that what they are afraid of could happen. They could shut down in a week.
Yeah, but would they prefer being changed?
The point is, let's find out, because some people might prefer to just go and supply others. Okay, there are private hospitals that need consumables as well. So if you owe me 4 million, you may have even collapsed my business by now. That's 4 million cedis you owe me. So let's find out, and let's hope that indeed these companies are willing to continue supplying these consumables, even though they are owed money that has been now absorbed by the ministry. All right, let's see what's in the papers.
The Daily Graphic is reporting this morning: SSNIT self-employed on SSNIT quadruple. The people that the SSNIT have been targeting. You remember that
should be the news?
Yes. Because the idea is that there's an informal sector, a very big informal sector, the predominant sector in the Republic of Ghana, which really had not been on SSNIT for God knows how long, and they were trying to target them. So the SSNIT boss, Dr. John Ofori Tinkran, says now their numbers are quadrupled. So Hopefully, I mean, from about 14,200 in May to 57,000 last month.
Oh, that's significant.
Because they started a certain drive to push more people there. NDC will reverse declining economy. This is President Mahama speaking there. IMF World Bank not to blame for Africa's underdevelopment. This is something that some people don't want to hear, but Tony Otinjasi is the one saying so. He said it at Lagos alumni lecture last night. Yesterday at 5 p.m. there. DBG holds seminar on environment, social risk management. This is a story on the front page of the Daily Graphic.
Ghanaian Times newspaper, Wager Dam under siege. Minister warns encroachers to stay away. Now, if you keep warning them, they will keep doing the wrong things for as long as the assemblies give them permits to put up structures when there is a clear guideline that says that don't put up structures about 500 meters away from the dam. So why do we still say warning when we have clear guidelines, regulations that we should enforce? Korea Exim Bank funded project to resume after November, according to its chairman. Get Fund completes over 2,000, close to 3,000 projects between 2019 and 2023, according to its administrator. And security personnel deployed to Tofloko residents. Electrochem react to incidents.
Now, the Finder is reporting this morning that media embrace government support, but seek clarity on grey areas, question some laws. Yeah, some media, right? Okay. Yeah, and 1,105 Ghanaians received 13.78 million Ghana cedi from government to pay rent. This is the Minister for Housing, Asenso Boache, saying that, rent.
You know what? Since we're talking about problems that are patched but not solved, right? The motorway. We need to go and pay attention to that thing again, because it's continuing to deteriorate. I mean, the thing is not fit for purpose. We've established that officially. It is way past its sell by date or use by date or whatever the correct term will be for something that is no longer what it was constructed to be. Maintenance never happened. So of course the thing is just growing craters by the day. You come and patch it, the next day there are more potholes. It's turning into some kind of 19,000 hole golf course, and cars are driving over it, and it is extremely dangerous. Every morning people are running the gauntlet to get to work, and it's the Tema to Accra side that is worse. Let us not take our foot off the neck of this problem, because we didn't solve it the last time. We'll come back to it.
Just one story in the Daily Guide newspaper. 2 Ada SHS students drowned in Volta River. So these students had apparently gone to the river to fetch water because there was no water on campus, and they decided to swim. And they didn't make it out. Really sad too. Yes.
My goodness. All right, let's go online. The online review is brought to you by Zenith Bank, in your best interest, and Goyle Good Energy. Who's got Goyle this morning?
Oh, certainly.
Zenith.
Zenith, yes. And are you traveling from Accra to Lagos or from Lagos to Accra and in need of a reliable airline to take you to your destination? Mamabi's favorite, everybody's favorite. You need to fly Ibom Air, flying twice daily, direct from Accra to Lagos. Hey, this is a problem. Flying twice daily, direct from Accra to Lagos and Lagos to Accra. Ibom Air assures you of a unique travel experience and unrivaled customer service on board all its flights. Book your Ibom Air ticket at ibomair.com and pay your ticket via Zenith Bank's point of sale terminals at Ibom Air's ticketing office. For an unforgettable travel experience, choose Ibom Air. For further information, kindly call 020 2325 226 0303 957033 or visit ibomair.com or the Ibom Air office at Nesta Square Airport. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. And you know, I mean, Nigeria may have terrible jollof, but for this airline, it's wonderful.
We like. All right then, so let's go straight for the BBC News in a minute. But first, on myjoyonline.com, go and read about Ishmael Yams's interview. He says government employs too many people for less value, and it's costing the nation. Yeah, all right then. So, BBC News now brought to you by Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Old Mutual. 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Pando Secondary School is 70 years old. Hooray! The Board of Governors, the Headmaster, Executive of PASEC Old Students Association, COSA, and all stakeholders of Pando Secondary School cordially invite the general public to the 70th anniversary celebration of the school. The theme for the celebration is Quality Education, a Collective Responsibility. Date, November 6th to 12th, 2023. There will be a grand derby on Saturday, 11th of November, 2023. Time is 9:30 a.m. Venue, PASEC Football Park. Special guests are Honorable Yao Osei Aduchu, Minister of Education, Honorable Archibald Yao Lecha, Volta Regional Minister, Akwenifia Akpekpewoka, Dagadu the 9th, Paramount Chief of Pando Traditional Area, Mr. Eric Sedi Kotoche, Executive Chairman, First Sky Group. PASEC looks at Veritas. See you there. This announcement is powered by Volta Serene Hotel, Federal Bureau Bank, and Serene Insurance.
My way insurance, my way.
Hi, my name is Nanama McBrown, and I want to encourage you to dial *165# on MTN to join the My Way family. My Way provides you and a selected family member a cover against death. As a policy holder, you will also have a cover against total permanent disability and hospitalization should you be hospitalized for more than 2 nights. Dial *165# and join the family. Sanya My Way. No way.
My Way is a product of My Life and MTN Momo. Terms and conditions apply.
The search for a distinctive university to attend is now over. I introduce you to Heritage Christian College, located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, affiliated to KNUST and UCC and accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission.
The university offers Bachelor of Business Administration programs with options in accounting with computing, marketing, accounting, human resource management, business information technology management, entrepreneurship and technology innovation, Bachelor of Science courses in information technology and information security, nursing, and a Bachelor of Theology. We offer student entrepreneurship training with financial support.
The entry qualifications include WASI, SSCE, GBCE, HND, and diploma in relevant fields. Mature entrants can also come if they are 25 years and above.
We also offer 12-month Master of Science programs in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, and human resource management.
Contact us on 0547 777 731.
Heritage Christian College, a university educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
The authorities.
Now we return to Newsday. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello, you're with Newsday on the BBC World Service with Victoria Wahunda and Rob Young.
Coming up, Israel says its troops are in the heart of Gaza City and the Israeli military advance has triggered a new exodus of civilians. We will look at the humanitarian situation on the ground.
Also, Hezbollah, the powerful Shia Islamist militant group in Lebanon, tells the BBC there is a real risk of a wider war in the Middle East.
In the United States, the people of Ohio have voted to protect abortion rights in the state constitution. We will look at the significance of this vote.
And in the sports news, we'll speak to the Rugby World Cup final referee about his retirement, social media abuse that he and his family have faced. That's all coming up after a bulletin of the latest world news.
Hello, I'm Neil Nunes with the BBC News. The Democratic Party and abortion rights advocates have performed strongly in elections in the United States. In Virginia, Democrats held control of the Senate and won the House of Delegates following a campaign where they focused heavily on reproductive rights. And Ohio approved an amendment to the state's constitution which would guarantee the right to abortion there. Aaron Baer, the president of Ohio's Center for Christian Virtue, which has led the campaign against the amendment, said he was disappointed by the result.
We know that Issue 1 does not represent Ohio values. It took $35 million in out-of-state funding and ads filled with fear and deceit to push the most radical abortion agenda into our state constitution, an agenda that will cement late-term abortion in our constitution and strip away parents of their rights.
Israel's Minister for Strategic Affairs has said Gaza's administration after the current conflict with Hamas will remain Palestinian. Ron Dermer dismissed suggestions that Israel planned to occupy the territory indefinitely. In a BBC interview, he echoed remarks made on Tuesday by Prime Minister Netanyahu, saying Israel would assume security responsibility for Gaza to prevent a terrorist threat emerging. With the latest on the situation in Gaza, here's Yolande Nell.
Gaza City is very densely populated. It's also the biggest city in the Gaza Strip, and it's obviously key for the Israeli military as it says it wants to dismantle Hamas. It believes that there is a vast underground tunnel network which sort of serves as a command and control center. It believes that Hamas leaders may very well be hiding under Gaza City, including Yahya Sinwar, who is the head of Hamas in the Gaza Strip. He's very much the most wanted man for the Israelis right now, widely believed to have been the mastermind behind the 7th of October attacks.
Police in Britain are warning that there could be an increased risk of attacks because of the conflict in Israel and Gaza. Details from Daniel Sanford.
Counter-terrorism officers say the number of reports to the anti-terror hotline have recently doubled compared to the same period last year. The number of calls useful to investigators has quadrupled. Senior officers have warned that the rising Middle East tensions could have an energising effect on people who may be considering an attack in the UK, and could be the thing that tips them into going ahead and committing an atrocity. They're asking the public to be particularly vigilant in the build-up to Christmas.
Temperature data suggests this year is virtually certain to be the warmest on record following an exceptionally hot October around the world. Researchers say that carbon emissions and a surging El Niño event are driving the record. World news from the BBC. An outage at Australia's second-largest telecoms company has caused large-scale disruption, with hospitals, public services and transport all hit. Emergency calls from landlines operated by the company Optus were not working, and Melbourne's train network was forced to shut down for 30 minutes during rush hour. Services are now being restored. The Chinese Vice President Han Zheng has said there are positive signs that relations with the United States are improving. Speaking at a conference in Singapore, he said that Beijing was ready to hold talks at all levels with Washington. Issues such as trade, human rights and security have plagued relations between the two in recent years. Nick Marsh is at the conference.
Most of the delegates, the business leaders who are in that room, they pretty much agreed with him, because the idea of a China that is a world leader in manufacturing, that can make things cheaply, efficiently, that is a big market as well for goods from overseas, that works well, to be honest, from a business point of view if you want to make money. Where it gets more complicated is when governments come into the picture, because the political strategies of Western governments like the United States is fears of a dominant China.
Survivors of Super Typhoon Haiyan, which ripped through the Philippines, killing more than 6,000 people, have been marking the 10th anniversary of the disaster. They gathered for a Catholic Mass at a convention center in the city of Tacloban, which was used as an evacuation center during the disaster. 8 Cuban athletes have announced they're applying for asylum in Chile. They had traveled to Santiago to compete in the Pan American Games, which ended on Sunday. 6 of the athletes were members of Cuba women's field hockey team. They're expected to be granted visas while their applications are processed. BBC World News.
There's never been a better time to own a home. Republic Bank slashes interest rates on all its CD mortgage products. Yes, switch and sign on to any of our CD mortgages. Enjoy ultra low interest rates and pay less to live in your dream home. Kule! Call 054 0109 649, 054 0109 901 or email myhome@republicghana.com. Offer is valid until 31st January 2024. Terms and conditions apply. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
For over 10 years, Old Mutual has been touching lives in Ghana. Whether you're a trader or a student, an entrepreneur or an employer, or nearing your retirement, we have the right financial solutions tailored just for you. Contact Old Mutual on 030-7000-600 or visit our website on oldmutual.com.gh to learn more. And let's realize your financial freedom together. 10 years of greatness, here for a lifetime. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Smile! Fidelity Bank has got you covered. We are offering personal loans of up to 450,000 Ghana cedis for salaried workers with 2 months repayment holiday. No gimmicks. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and smile. We'll even take on your existing loans with your bank and help you live your financial dreams with discounted processing fees from now till 31st December 2023. Buy that car, take that holiday, or get a Fidelity Bank mortgage and smile with our fixed sum monthly repayment and fixed interest rate. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and smile. Switch and smile with Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. Terms and conditions apply.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste.
Mami Lono, NIB Lono. When you need a personal loan, you need a bank that you can trust. A bank with the best possible rate and the process easy and stress-free. That's National Investment Bank, NIB. You know what I mean, NIB Bank, NIB Bank. We help with your financial needs. NIB Bank, NIB Bank. We have a variety of personal loans. NIB Bank, NIB Bank.
Visit the nearest NIB branch for your personal loans today. You can call 0302-428-500 or call toll free on 0800-007-777. Your CIMG award-winning bank with over 60 years of banking is here to empower your dreams every step of the way.
NIB Bank. We have a variety of personal loans.
NIB, your business is our business. Terms and conditions apply.
NIB Bank, NIB Bank.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
He's up bright and early, serving your premium morning radio show. The Morning Man. It's the Morning Man. Koyo Jackson. Long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step 2.
Was always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the super morning show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Yeah. Listen, let's get to it. We've got lots to do today.
But first, a poorly maintained car engine can age faster. That's why Total Energy is offering a specially formulated quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. It's a breakthrough innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressure such as ours. So choosing quartz from Total Energies is certainly choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
Now there's a big surprise at Batimat. Batimat's launched its first big sale. All the products in the showroom are up to 70% off from now to the end of the year. So whatever you were buying at whichever price was supposed to be, now think about it, 70% off. This is great news for anyone with a renovation or a construction project. Our products range from tiles, sanitary wares, and also electricals and lighting, and also waterproofing. There's also the construction chemicals and every wonderful thing you need in your construction business or renovation business. Is the biggest sale of the year. Visit our showroom at the North Industrial Area next to Winners Chapel, Ghana, close to the ECG Avenue Place. Call us on this number 0544 314 553 0544 314 553, and don't miss out on this wonderful opportunity. Imagine saving 70% of the cost of your renovation because you actually have to shop at Batimat.
That's what this deal did.
This is welcome home,
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, let's join the Ministry of Education and the National Entrepreneurial and Innovation Program, NEIP, for STEM Novation 2023, this year's biggest science event. It's at the City Conference Center, University of Ghana, from the 14th until the 15th of November. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day, come and witness the top 24 second cycle schools compete in an innovation challenge. Experience a showcase of STEM projects and be inspired by young minds solving tomorrow's problems today. Don't miss out.
All right,
it's great, It's wonderful. Yeah, others are wonderful too.
Yeah.
Well, Republic Bank.
I root for STEM.
Yes. Yeah, me too.
I root for all branches of STEM.
Yes, 60% was our agenda. Now we've moved it to 70%. Hopefully, it will happen in my lifetime.
Yes.
The 70% of the students we are producing will be in the areas of STEM, science, technology. There's also engineering, mathematics. Oh, wonderful! We will be there.
Don't just be there. Solve our issues with it. But let's talk about Republic Bank. That's the master of mortgages. They've gone even lower, offering an ultra low interest rates on all its CD mortgage products. So if you're planning to own, build, or improve your home, now is the time. It's a perfect time now. Take advantage of this window of opportunity. Call the Mortgage Hub at the Republic Bank and speak to a specialist on 054 010 9901 or send them an email. Send it to myhome@republicghana.com. This offer is valid until 31st January 2024. Terms and conditions apply. Republic Bank, we are the one for you.
When you get your home, you need to get a car. Toyota Ghana has unveiled an irresistible offer. That's a dream of every young man. For a limited time, even though some do the other way around, they are offering huge price discounts on an exceptional range of vehicles, including the dynamic RAV4. Nice car. Kojo can testify. Now, the robust Hilux. There's also the powerful Fortuner diesel. Then the luxurious, Land Cruiser Prado. And that's not all. When you make that decision to acquire any of these incredible vehicles, Toyota Ghana will reward you with an entire year of complimentary servicing. this golden opportunity won't be around forever. Pay a visit to any of their showrooms located in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Tamale, Takwa, and also Takrade. Alternatively, you can reach out to them at 0302 910 204. Credit purchase is also available through special arrangements with their finance partners. Toyota, superior quality.
Indeed. All right, now listen, go to kingdomstoreonline.com. There's everything you could possibly want from Kingdom Books and Stationery waiting for you there. You can pay via Momo and just wait while they deliver to your home or office. If you're in a crowd, Tema, that's free delivery for you. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their home.
Now, Societe Generale SG Ghana, your secure and trusted partner, is celebrating 20 years in Ghana, and we say hooray to that. This significant milestone wouldn't have been possible without you, their loyal customer. So this anniversary, they say it is dedicated to only you. It has been a journey of triumphs, successes, and innovative financial solutions crafted to give you, your family, and business the best outcomes always. Their partnership with you has seen you and your families grow, your businesses and institutions succeed, and many dreams come true. So today, SG is celebrating 20 years with only you. Societe Generale Ghana, the future, they say, is you.
Now, Heritage Christian College is a university set up to provide the missing link in tertiary education. It's affiliated to KNUST and accredited by GTech. They're offering very wonderful programs, BBA programs with options in accounting with computing, accounting, marketing, human resource management, and business infotech management. There's also the BSc Nursing, BSc Information Technology, BSc Information Security. There's also the BA Theology. They're offering 12-month specialized master's degree programs in MSc Accounting and Taxation, MSc Accounting and Finance. Malvi, I recommend it to you nicely. MSc Human Resource Management too. There are professional courses that Kojo will have to take up immediately. ICA, Chartered Accountant, CIMG, CIHRM. There's also the ICM UK. They are media short courses which you'll be interested into. What makes them unique is that they have entrepreneurship training with financial supports. One student, one laptop. There's also the affordable and flexible fee structure. Scholarships are also available. The entry requirements are WASI, ABC, GBC, then also the HND and diploma. Then if you are 25, you are a mature student, you are qualified to enter. So you can
That's
also
the one
apply.
you are also interested in.
Yeah. I mean, it's at my age. Yes. Star 789 star 300 hash is what you should dial now for online serial number and visit the hcuc.edu.gh to apply. The location is Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, and you can reach out to them on these numbers 020-229-8399 or 054-7777-731. The website, once again, hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian College, a university training compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
All right, now listen. This matter is serious. Okay, the outpatient renal unit has been opened, so now outpatients can come back. They've been called in to come and do their lab tests and all that. But there is a concern that unless the root cause of the problem that led to its closure is solved, it will close again. And if it closes again, there is a lot at stake. Listen to Kojo Bafo Ahinkra. He is the president of the Renal Patients Association of Ghana.
This morning, I had a call from the unit again confirming that the unit has opened. So I should let my people know. They should come and take their request and go and do their labs. As you can see, one of the guys is here, the guy from Kibi. He's also here to come and do his lab so that he can have access to the place. I think the challenge we are going to have now will be we may not have the normal 2 sessions a week. We may be having 1 session a week. The reason being that we are many, and we being many, and the machines are small. Apart from that, if you went up there, you could see up there are no any machines there. So most of the ward cases are being brought here. So I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on it. So I think they will be giving us once a week for now until further consultation of more machines are added up to it. And we'll appreciate it, we'll take it.
Right. So that was the president of the Renal Patients Association of Ghana, Kojo Bafo Ahinkra. Now, look, the reason why this is serious is because it's not only people with renal disease who are concerned about this. You recall, before the opening of this place was announced on Tuesday, our callers on this show just yesterday, if you could hear the emotion and the concern and the anger that they had about this continuing problem, 5 months and God knows how many days this place had remained closed. Just listen to what they had to say about it.
Let's send a little focus on these dialysis people. My mom has been a victim before, but she's no more. She's passed on. So I know what it takes when how the experience is. Please, we beg you. People are dying. Priscilla is gone. Or because it's related to you. Priscilla is gone. She's dead and gone. She's dead and gone. Please, what is this? What is this? What have we done to you people? Please, it's enough. Why?
How can we run a country like this? Go to Korle-Bu right now. When you get there, you just will cry. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Just 4 million. Look at what we are suffering. Look at how people are suffering. People are dying.
And they can help this country on the important things that affect the lives of simple or ordinary people in this country. And they say we should what? We should wake up and hear them and go and vote for them. Jesus Christ! How can we treat human beings like this? We can't pay less than $300,000, yet we are spending millions of dollars just to be chosen as flag bearers of their political parties. Jesus.
Why are we doing this to ourselves? Just 4 million. Look at what we are suffering. Look at how people are suffering. People are dying.
And I know they will soon be going for their parliamentary primaries. Let us calculate the fees that they pay. All these parties, both parliamentary and presidential, and project what MPs are going to do at parliamentary. I think if we take about 20 from each party, the fees that they are supposed to pay, and their rounds and money that they pay for transportation, if they reduce that by half and put all together, it can bail Korle-Bu out.
God have mercy on this nation called Ghana, because I think that it is time we found a new leader, new set of leaders, because NDC and MPP have proven that they are our biggest problem in this country. They are nowhere near solving problems, but they are here to bring problems to this country.
400 Ghana giving to delegate just 100,000 people. They were more than 100,000. 100,000 people. We are going to get 40 million Ghana cedi. 40 million Ghana cedi. Kojo, they are there even before the election. They know this is what is going to happen. Once somebody is dying, save a soul. Now we prefer rather making fanfare, and that is what we choose. And they will be going around. Even once even the thing hasn't happened, they prepare stadium already. Once others are dying.
So people care about this thing. It matters to Ghanaians that the problem is solved in a way that doesn't recur. Kwame Sapwan-Siedu joins us. I don't need to explain what a stakeholder he is in all matters pertaining to health. Kwame, good morning to you.
Good morning, Kojo.
All right, so they've opened the renal unit. Problem solved?
Kojo, how can the problem be solved? I mean, it's sounding like a broken record. And yesterday I listened to, the PRO of the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital on your station. I then in the evening listened to Dr. Ishmael Yamson. And I'm trying to juxtapose both together, and I'm asking myself, to understand whether the problem has been solved, we need to go to where the problem started from. Where did this problem start from? It originated from a notice that was put up at the renal unit saying that they were going to hike their prices, which resulted in the patient saying they couldn't afford it and they would rather die. That was where it started from. But unbeknown to us, the unit had already been shut for a considerable period of time before that notice went. So the premise is that the patients cannot afford. And then you had a thought leadership program where it was clearly established amongst all of us who were on the panel that nowhere in the world do people pay for renal dialysis from their pocket because it's too expensive and it cannot be afforded. So every time there's some insurance or there's a funding process in place to fund some of these very expensive diseases that unfortunately afflict some members of the population. So that is granted. Then it became established that there was a debt of 4 million Ghana cedis, which had accrued and was owed to the consumable suppliers. And they were refusing to supply. As a result, if it was opened, they would run out of consumables and even inpatients would not get a service. So that's granted. Now, they issue a letter saying it's been opened. And Kojo, if you read the letter, the first thing becomes clear because I've tried to lay out where we started from. The first thing becomes clear. The 4 million cedis hasn't been paid. It says clearly in the letter that the 4 million cedis hasn't been paid. And this is money that the Presidential Advisor on Health promised it was going to be paid when? On the 8th of October. Today is the 8th of November. Then the Minister of Health gave a directive. And then the Minister of State in the Finance Ministry also spoke on the matter last Friday on your station and said that they were going to work through the weekend so that by Monday it's paid. Nothing has happened and this letter has come out. So let's shelve that. If you read the letter properly, you'd realize that it's through the benevolence of others that they are being able to open, but not injection of any money from the government. It's clearly stated in that letter. More importantly, how does any institution accrue a debt? It accrues a debt because it's not breaking even. So if you want to open, there should be modalities in place to fund the place such that the debt buildup stops. So it happens in one of two ways. Either the patients would have to pay an increased tariff. And if you read the letter, I stated in that they are saying that Parliament should expedite the process to approve the new fees. Are we not back to where we started from, where the patients cannot pay? So that letter, Kojo, in it is like a debt warrant. It's a signed debt warrant that I'm reading to you. And that is why I'm saying, where did we start from and where have we gotten to? So in that letter, they are being told that they should increase the tariff. Meanwhile, the patients have told us they cannot pay. So is it that you are opening the unit, Parliament increases the tariff, and they cannot pay, so they will not access it, so the government doesn't pay the debt, and you are not using the consumables, so a funding stream doesn't have to be put in place? That is how I read the letter, Kojo. And that, for me, worries me. It takes me, and that is why I'm trying to juxtapose what Dr. Ishmael Yamson said with what the PRO said, and saying, is this what leadership looks like? So Dr. Ishmael Yamson is right. It seems we don't have leaders in this country. Because if we really had leaders in this country, nobody who was with this problem for the genesis, like I have been, would put out a letter like this, knowing that all the milestones from the genesis have not been dealt with. So, Kojo, that's where I'll start from.
All right. Now, of course, when the letter you refer to is the news release from Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital, with this under the subject "Reopening of Renal Dialysis Services to Outpatients." It's a very short news release, so I'm going to read it. It says, "Management of Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital wishes to inform all stakeholders and the general public that the renal dialysis unit was reopened to outpatients on Monday, November 6, 2023. This was subsequent to engagement with the Minister of Health, Kwekwajiman Menu, last week. The Ministry of Health is working closely with the management of Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital to offset the 4 million Ghana cedi debt occasioned by the cost under recoveries. We call on Parliament to expedite action on the proposed new fees and charges to enable us to recover costs and sustain the service. We commend individuals, corporate bodies, and other philanthropic organizations who have over the years helped us provide life-saving treatment to our patients. It is our hope that other stakeholders and benefactors will also come on board to support in order to prevent a recurrence of the challenges that led to the suspension of dialysis service to outpatients." And then it is issued by management of the hospital with the date Tuesday, November 7. So I walking through this, I see the issues you are raising. First of all, they announced that the place was reopened on Monday. They say this was after they spoke to the minister last week, which is the first red flag for me, because this conversation didn't start last week. The noise and the I don't know what the word is, the campaigning for this place to open started over a month ago. It started from the demonstration when Nasiba made those comments, but it was last week that the health minister engaged Korle-Bu. Then we are told that the ministry is working with Korle-Bu management to offset the 4 million debt. So the debt hasn't been paid, like you said. They are working to offset it. Then they call on Parliament to expedite the charges, and they say that must happen in order for them to recover costs and sustain the service. So until Parliament approves the new fees, they cannot sustain the service. That's the fact that they are putting in this statement. Then they commend those who have contributed and call for more contributions. So I guess the question I have on my mind is this. Looking at how government has handled this matter so far, how much confidence can we have that they will actually do what it takes for this service to be sustained? And I mean all organs of government, including Parliament.
Well, Kojo, the Fantis have a saying. What's it? Wabesha Uma and Kuwembusi. To which it means, if you were going to be given a full glass, you wouldn't have been poured half. So if you look at the track record, and considering that people have been dying as this goes on, we are not talking about maybe running out of salt, where people have food that doesn't taste palatable. We are talking about people dying as this goes on. We are having a life and death conversation, Kojo. Kojo, you are diabetic. You know what it would mean, for example, if a diabetic, say, didn't have insulin, didn't have any medication. That's life and death. So you're having a conversation like that about someone who has a failed kidney or has both kidneys failed, who, without this, could easily pass away. And if you listen to the president of the patients, what did he say? He says there are many. It looks like they cannot be given 2 sessions a week.
It'll be 1.
Yes, another red flag. They require an average of 3 sessions a week. So 2 sessions a week is cutting a thing. If you remember on the thought leadership function, all the doctors on there alluded to that fact. So they are having 2 anyway. And now they are going to have 1 because it's open. So they are going to either have to look for another one elsewhere or another couple elsewhere. Now, the statement clearly says they want to recover cost. In the conversations we've had, it has seemed as if there was going to be a funding stream through the NHIS to bring it on board, but the letter clearly says that they want to recover cost. Another red flag. Then we go to the bigger picture of the conversation. Yes, we are talking about Korle-Bu, but this is a national problem. People across the country are having dialysis. So those silent patients, because they are not in the Korle-Bu catchment, who are also having dialysis, if this is not addressed properly, are still suffering silently. You see, and that is why I use the fancy proverb there. This is even Korle-Bu. We are not talking about even the regions that do not have renal dialysis facilities. You see, so if you ask me that question, and I ask myself, if this goes to Parliament for upward adjustment of the rates, right? And Parliament also adjusts the rate upwards, knowing that the problem started from inability to pay when Korle-Bu first increased the rate. Would that be a humane solution? That's another red flag. So there's so much going on. You see, this is what we say, the letter is pregnant with crisis. It is very, very pregnant with crisis. And if we allow this letter to be delivered it most likely will deliver a stillborn outcome. And so, for me, the question you asked is met because the government hasn't shown good faith and isn't showing good faith. And until they're beginning to show good faith, this is not going to be solved.
Kwame, this is our preoccupation today. We're coming back to this conversation later. For now, though, thank you very much for setting us off with what to think about, especially regarding the statement from Korle-Bu about the reopening of the renal unit. Thank you, Kwame. More later on this matter because we're only just getting started. Let's go for the nutrition line from Nestle. You know what they do. They offer good food for a good life.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Hello, good morning. Here we are, sprinkling some dazzle and shine on your morning. A little swag, a little style, a little flavor. Nestle Nutrition Line. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajilisoa. How are you? Well and strong. Everything going according to plan. Don't lose hope no matter what. Today we're beginning a discussion on preventing or treating iron deficiency anemia. Unless there are other medical reasons causing anemia, improving your diet to include iron-rich foods is the best way to prevent this. Food sources of iron are divided into either heme or non-heme iron. Heme iron is found in animal-sourced foods, but non-heme iron is found in plant products. Today we will focus on heme iron and its food sources. Heme iron is absorbed better in the body than non-heme iron. Some foods high in heme iron include liver, lean meat, chicken, egg yolk, fish, kidney, and other offal meat. Example, liver and heart. The absorption of heme iron is not significantly affected by diet. This means no matter what else is in the diet, the body absorbs heme iron without any change. This is different when the body is absorbing non-heme iron, where some substances can affect the absorption of iron. Growing children and adolescents must get some heme iron in their diet daily to help prevent iron deficiency anemia. On our next program, we will shift our focus to non-heme iron. Please make a date with us. In the meantime, I'd like to thank you for all the time you spend with us every weekday morning. It means the world to us. And we would like to keep the conversations going, so do please share your ideas, your suggestions, comments, thoughts, feelings via phone or email. We're here and always happy to hear from you. 0302 517 020 or 0302 211 880, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800 12 0001, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. To WhatsApp, SMS, or call 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 0593 84 5697, 0593 84 5649, 0593 84 5708. You can also email consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. Make the most of every opportunity the day will bring you. Seize it and make it count. Keep walking, keep rising, keep climbing, keep shining, and don't ever stop. Bye.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
Imagine strutting into the most anticipated wedding of the year. Only to see 7 other girls wearing your exact same outfit.
You are special and one of a kind, and that's why whether it's voice, data or SMS, you get to enjoy personalized offers tailored to your specific needs with MTN just for you. Dial *141# or select your options on the My MTN app to redeem your unique just for you package on Ghana's best mobile network. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
1xBet. Big bonuses, big odds, big wins. Download 1xBet app, make a deposit, and you get 300% bonus on up to 3,445 Ghana cedis. The biggest bonus ever. 1xBet is a reliable bookmaker. So head up to 1xBet.com.gh. Register with promo code Welcome Ghana and get a huge welcome bonus on your first deposit right now. Have a chance to win. 1xBet gives you more. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Africa's biggest football clubs, Africa's biggest football stars, our culture, our people, our vibe, our joy, our style, our celebrations. It's 23 days of Champions football action, plus $14.4 million in prize money. Catch all the games streaming at www.AFL Africa and on FIFA Plus. The game starts Friday, October 20th to the finals on Saturday, 11th of November. The African Football League, our game, our home, it's Africa's time. Now let's shine together.
Okay, it is a birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, maybe be careful.
Okay.
Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach.
Bank
of Africa. I just do as strong as a group, as close as a partner, and Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone Papa Perfume. Right, let's do one each. Let's do one each.
All right, it's a chaotic birthday shout. Happy birthday to our amazing, solid, and intelligent colleague Beatrix Fretzi Ewa Nyakwa from all of us at Sanofi. Happy birthday to you, Beatrice. Enjoy today.
All right, happy birthday to Nana Ama Owusua Bempa Akoto of North Hills International School. She's in class 3, Marigold, and it's her birthday today. It's from everybody in your family, especially your mother, Maurice. Happy birthday to you, little one. Okay. So
today is the birthday of Fred Bimbo Johnson.
Bimbling.
He's mostly known or popularly known as Pasino Man.
Oh, I know Pasino.
Yes, I know Fred Bimbo Johnson. Today is his birthday.
All right.
Yes.
It's also a happy birthday to Abigail Osei-Boateng, aka Owusua. May God bless your new age, grant your heart desires, continue to be a great soul. It's from Muftaul Nabila Abdullahi.
All right, the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank,
We're
here for good. 1xBet, your reliable bookmaker. DSTV, it's your moment. And African Football League. Watch the African Football League from 20th October to the 11th of November on Joy Prime. African Football League, our football, our stars, our time.
All right, and Standard Chartered wants to take you and your partner to watch Liverpool FC play live. It's not difficult at all for you to be eligible. If you are a client of Standard Chartered Bank, then just keep transacting. That means keep doing more of what you've been doing to participate in this campaign. Now, if you're not, then here's what you have to do. Download the SC mobile app, open an account, start transacting, and then it qualifies you to actually get picked. Who knows, to be to watch Liverpool FC play live. So there are other consolation prizes, and remember, the more you transact, the more presents you gain in the basket for that final draw that selects the ultimate winner. So open the account and transact now to watch Liverpool FC play live at Anfield. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Standard Chartered, here for good.
So Kojo, this weekend the wonderful very final is going to happen. The second leg between Wydad AC and Sundowns, Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa.
That's right.
South Africa has been winning a lot of things. They have to let this one go. They won the rugby tournament recently. They have to let this one go. They have to let Wydad win this Sunday, and to be the final of that Africa Football League.
That's right.
The African Football League, 14.4 million is at stake, and we are talking here about the biggest continental. Next year, Kotoko is joining. So already we knew that El Ali, TP Mazembe, Esperance, and Nyimba FC were all part of this wonderful game. So it's ending all this weekend, and oh, wonderful! 1 p.m. Joy Prime, right? Yes, that's going to be wonderful anyway.
Okay then, so carrying multiple phones around can be such a chore. I can't do it. The unsightly bulge in your pocket, the extra weight in your purse, the stress of switching from one phone to another to pick calls. Now imagine being able to switch between different numbers on the same phone easily and seamlessly. Well, you can go seamless with MTN eSIM and enjoy the convenience of connecting people, multiple phone numbers to one single phone or device. To check if your device is compatible, just dial *#06#. Okay, and once you receive an EID number, that means your phone or device is compatible. Just download the My MTN app today to request your MTN eSIM and enjoy the sweet, seamless life everywhere you go.
And if you like watching sports and betting, here's one from the world famous bookmaker 1xBet with high odds, a huge selection of sports events, and a cool mobile app. So right now 1xBet is offering a 300% first deposit bonus. Sign up, use the promo code BETG and get a bonus of up to 3,445 Ghana cedis. 1xBet has a license to operate in Ghana, so you don't have to worry about your fans' safety. So go ahead and join the millions of 1xBet players worldwide and win big. Fence?
Hi, good morning, Mavi, and good morning, all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Centre with me, Fentu, Tahiro Fentu. Coming up over the next 10 minutes.
Rodri, nicely done. Haaland, oh, it's in. Devastating finish from Erling Haaland, and that will see Manchester City home and dry.
Yes, Erling Haaland scores twice to power champions Man City into the knockout stages of the UEFA Champions League with 2 games to spare. Also coming up,
Teo Hernandez back into the middle, brilliant cross, brilliant header, Olivier Giroud, Milan lead, Paris Saint-Germain 2-1.
Olivier Giroud's powerful header gives AC Milan their first win of the campaign. But after a great start to the competition, Newcastle's Champions League campaign is falling apart with yet another defeat to Borussia Dortmund.
Real promise here for Dortmund with Brandt, Sabitzer alongside him. Brandt goes himself, a brilliant finish from Julian Brandt and a second Dortmund goal that more likely than not sends Dortmund to the top of the group.
That's right, we will look back on last night's action and look ahead to tonight's matches with live commentary on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM, your home of the UEFA Champions League. Right then. Let's start with Manchester City, that is. That's where Erling Haaland took his Champions League goal tally to 39 in 34 games as Man City cruised into the last 16 with 2 games to spare with a comfortable 3-1 win against Young Boys of Bern. Phil Foden scored Man City's other goal. Here's their manager, Pep Guardiola.
It's half done. Of course, we're incredibly happy to already qualified, 2 games left, but still have to play to finish first, but we'll have time to think about it. I love to see the team, after Young Boys, the people say it's easy with this commitment. And
now that's Pep Guardiola. In Italy, Olivier Giroud's thumping header secured AC Milan's first Champions League win of the season as the Italian side beat Paris Saint-Germain 2-1 in Group F. The French forward netted the winner from Theo Hernandez's cross 5 minutes into the second half after Rafael Leao cancelled out Skriniar's opener in the first half. AC Milan midfielder Ruben Loftus-Cheek was named man of the match.
Yeah, it's been tough over the last month being injured, but I really wanted to come back for this match to try and help the team, and it was crucial to win tonight, and we said it in the dressing room before, this is a must win.
And everyone stuck together, especially
Ruben Loftus-Cheek there. Now, the win lifted Milan above Newcastle, who are now bottom of the group following yet another 2-0 defeat to Borussia Dortmund in Germany. The Magpies started the campaign with a draw against AC Milan before beating PSG 4-1 in their second game. But back-to-back defeats to Dortmund means they must now win their remaining 2 matches to stand any chance of making the last 16. Eddie Howe is their manager.
Yeah, not our best performance today. I thought it was, right from the start we weren't quite where we needed to be. In saying that, we were in the game, and Joelinton's moments, probably his chance, is probably the moment for us that we were either going to get back in or we didn't, and unfortunately it didn't happen.
Eddie Howe there. Elsewhere, Barcelona, they missed out on early qualification to the knockout rounds as they were stunned by Shakhtar Donetsk 1-0 in Hamburg. Danilo Sikan scored the game's only goal with a looping header. Barcelona needed a point in Hamburg to advance from Group H with 2 matches to spare, but they were made to wait. However, Xavi's men remain top of the group with 10 points and will reach the knockout stages if they avoid defeat to Porto in their next match on the 28th of November. Speaking of Porto, their defender Pepe, he became the oldest goal scorer in the Champions League history as his late header helped Porto beat Royal Antwerp 2-0. Pepe is 40 years and 254 days old. He scored his side's second with a thumping 91st minute finish, becoming the first player over 40 to score in Europe's biggest competition. Francesco Totti had held the oldest scorer record at 38 years and 59 days. The night's biggest winners, though, were Atletico Madrid, who beat 10-man Celtic 6-0 in Madrid. Antoine Griezmann and Alvaro Morata both scored twice, as Saul Niguez also got in on the act to complete the humiliation. Later today, Man United go to Copenhagen, hoping for a second win in the campaign. There's live commentary of that game on Joy FM and Hits FM. The Red Devils began the Champions League group stages with 2 losses, but Harry Maguire's header and Andre Onana's injury time penalty save gave them their first points at home with Copenhagen, beating Copenhagen just 2 weeks ago. Erik ten Hag says United must play better than they did in the first leg if they are to win again tonight.
They played a very decent game. I thought we didn't play a good game. But still we won. I think it was a deserving, but we have to do things better. But we are aware of that because you have to lift the performance if you want to get the result in.
Another team looking to get a double over their opponents is Arsenal. They beat Sevilla 2-1 2 weeks ago. They topped the group with 6 points, while Sevilla are third, 4 points back, and looking for their first win in this season's competition. Yes, the Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta.
Well, I think the squad availability is really important to allow you to do those changes or not. At the moment we have 5 or 6 injuries, and then obviously the capacity to rotate in certain moments, even in the cups, is more limited. So yeah, when you have 22 outfield players fit and available, it's easier. At the moment it's a bit trickier.
All right, you heard Mikel Arteta there bringing a wrap on the Champions League. But let's come home and talk about Ghanaian champions Ampem Dakoa. They have vowed to avoid complacency after their big historic win over Asfar Ladies in the CAF Women's Champions League. The Ghanaian champions fought back from a goal down to win 2-1 against the Moroccan team in Cote d'Ivoire. Despite the win, media officer of the team, Eric Asuma, says they will stay focused on achieving their aim of winning the tournament.
If you talk to the girls, they will tell you just the trophy on this tournament is a motivation, and that's it. Not to win a match or a game after any other team, but all the teams that came are champions from their zone. So we are just taking it match after match. As I said, if we win a game, it's not the end. To be happy and to achieve what we came here is to win. We are in a tough tournament. Everybody is playing well, and you can't write off any other team here.
Ampem Dakoa ladies, they are back in action tomorrow against AS Monday of Mali in their second group game. Let's do some Ghana Premier League and GPL side in Swatreman FC. They have blamed the sudden power outage at the Accra Sports Stadium for their 2-1 defeat to Great Olympics on Monday. The game, which was tied at 1-1 in the second half, had to be halted due to poor visibility caused by malfunctioning floodlights, causing a stir among fans and players alike. After an almost 25-minute delay, the lights were restored and the game concluded with a 2-1 victory over the host team. Great Olympics, of course, they were the home team. But according to the communications director of Inswateman, Joel Kofi Jampe, the incident amounted to sabotage.
After our captain and goalkeeper, Daniel Afaju, made a complaint to the referee of the day about having a poor visibility at that time when the game had traveled after 5 p.m. Well, the referee even insisted that we continue the game because he could clearly see at that moment. Later, we had to inform, or maybe the bench had to inform the match commissioner to work on it. They never gave us any reason. They only told us to continue the game. They never told us maybe there was something like lights out, maybe technical issues or whatever. They just told us to continue the game. And brother, it was that bad. Most of the players of our side had complained to him earlier that they weren't seeing clearly.
That's Joel Kofi Jampe. He speaks for Inswateman. So after the temporary hold to the game, 35 minutes of injury time was added, and that was when Olympics got the winning goal there. Now, let's wrap up with this. A group of 7 Ghanaian bicycle riders on a mission to spread mental health awareness and support have concluded their journey from Accra to Tamale. The team, called the Zen Riders, got into Tamale after 5 days of cycling over 600 kilometers. They are on their way back to Accra, and it will take them 4 days of riding. Michael Amankwa, the team lead, talks about his experience.
I must say that, oh my goodness, it's an experience of a lifetime. It's an experience of a lifetime. The challenges, the anxiety, the demons in our heads were just insane. The roads were so scary. Potholed, cracks, the ramps, the big ones, the small ones, the ones with the strips. And we had to keep our mental alertness up at all times because you're on a moving bicycle.
That's Michael Amankwa there. By the time they get back, the Zen Riders would have completed a 1,300 kilometer journey, which took them from Accra to Tamale and back to Accra. And all of that is in support of mental health awareness. That's all the latest from the world of sports here in the Joy Sports Center. My name is Fentu, Tahiru Fentu. Back to you, Mama V.
All right, thanks, Fent. For sports time for the Joy Business Minute, because it's exactly 8 a.m. and it's brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals. That's the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals, your generator experts. Ghana's ability to secure more funding and borrow from the IMF in the coming months has been given a major boost after the executive board approved a proposal to increase the allocation to members by 50%. Some tax analysts have suggested that it is time for government to review the indirect tax regime to give some fiscal space for businesses to grow in the 2024 budget. Meantime, economist Professor Buteksin is asking government to show commitment by reducing the size of state institutions in the 2024 budget. And millions of Australians were left without mobile and internet after a network failure at telecoms firm Optus. The failure caused transport delays, cut hospital phone lines, and shut down payment systems. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, your generator experts.
Morning Show. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Yes, indeed, the best breakfast show in town. Thanks to Daryl and the Joy Business team for the Joy Business Minute. And we're always grateful to Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts. They make it possible for us to bring you the Joy Business Minute every weekday, 8 a.m. right here on the Super Morning Show. Now, Anointed Electrical Engineering Services Limited is into sales of ultra-silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA, and they also maintain and repair all kinds of diesel generators. They stock genuine spare parts of all kinds of various generators as well, and they rent generators. So what's that special occasion here? You don't want to necessarily buy permanently a generator, but you want to rent a generator for a very important function. You can't stand the light out these days and you need a generator. As for generator there, it has to be your plan B. Grab a 5 kVA or 2,500 kVA from a place you can trust, and that's Anointed Electricals. Find them in East Legon on the Lagos Avenue Road opposite Tomrick Hotel. They are also in Tema on the Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead, and their head office at Odoko at number 77 Anointed House of the Odoko Malam Road. And they have branches everywhere, really, nationwide. So just look out for Anointed, the generator experts, or call their hotline on 0243 480 334. That's 0243 480 334. It's the Super Morning Show live here on Joy 99.7 FM. Send your WhatsApp messages to 055-1111-997. Post your X messages on Joy997 on X with the hashtag Joy SMS. Our social media messages on the show brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, Ghana AIDS Commission. Test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health. Number 10, liver salt, a refreshing relief, and GTP Lifestyled.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah, download it. You gon' enjoy it. In my Brahmin check. In my Brahmin check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even church tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
Big surprises at Batmat. It's the big
sale. And for the first time, big discounts on all product families till the end of the year. Big deals on tiles, lights, sanitary ware, and many more. It's the biggest sale of the year. Yes, you heard right. Big discounts up to 70% off. Visit our showroom at the North Industrial Area next to the Winners Chapel, Ghana. Don't miss out. That's Matt. Welcome home.
Morning Show. Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Highly spiritual.
This morning, I had a call from the unit again confirming that the unit has opened. So I should let my people know they should come and take their request and go and do their labs. As you can see, one of the guys is here, the guy from Kibi. He's also here to come and do his lab so that he can have access to the place. I think the challenge we are going to have now will be we may not have the normal 2 sessions a week. We may be having 1 session a week. The reason being that we are many, and we being many, and the machines are small. Apart from that, if you went up there, you could see up there are no any machines there. So most of the ward cases are being brought here. So I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on it. So I think they will be giving us once a week for now until further consultation on more machines are added up to it. And we'll appreciate it, we'll take it.
And you heard the Kujubafo Ahinkra, president of the Renal Patients Association. Thanks to all of you. Indeed. Yesterday, we got some good results. Finally, the renal unit of the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital is open to outpatients. That's incredible news. But there are conversations to still be had on the back of that, because the 4 million Ghana cedis debt hasn't necessarily been paid. Neither has a sustainable plan to fund the unit found. Parliament has also not approved any new fees. You heard there from the PRO of the Health Ministry say yesterday that they have not received anything from Korle-Bu. So as for Parliament, there is nothing there for them to approve in terms of new fees. But patients say even if those fees are approved, they will not be able to afford. How can this be a viable reopening of this facility? That's the question that we're asking. That's why we're looking into this matter following the reopening yesterday, because we need a more sustainable plan to sustain this unit, this very important renal unit at the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital. We need your voices to be heard on this, just as we did yesterday. Please get in touch with us with your WhatsApp messages on 055 111199 and post your X messages with the hashtag JoySMS. We'll be talking about the Executive Women Network. They had a fantastic conference, and we will be bringing you some major highlights and achievements of this year's conference, the Executive Women's Network Conference, right here on the Super Morning Show. But every day people face different emergencies: police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency. But if you find yourself in a money emergency like today, how would you resolve it? Well, there's a short code. There's a simple number you can dial to get your money emergencies resolved. And that's star 770 hash is the EcoBank money emergency number. And star 770 hash actually gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility payment, airtime, data purchases. So much more you can do with star 770 hash, even without data. So there's no need to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. Just confidently pick up your phone, even if you don't have data. No worries, just dial *770# and you would get solutions to your money emergencies. This one is from EcoBank, and EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. Black Friday comes early at Franco Trading, so from the 13th November to the end of November, the last day of November, here's what you enjoy at Franco. Amazing discount of up to 40% on products such as mobile phones, their air conditioners, fridges, speakers, washing machines. We're talking 8 kg and 10 kg. Their television sets as well from 32 inches to 65 inches. Available in all Franco shops nationwide. So why don't you keep these numbers? Call Franco Trading for their Black Friday discount. Good 40%, up to 40% discounts on all these products. 0246 422 338, 0555 939 311, or 0302 225 651. That's 0302 225 651. Please hurry, take advantage of this. You can also download the Franco Trading app, which is on Google and Apple Store. Okay, so the App Store or Google, visit their website francotrading.com, or you can download the Franco Trading app from Google Play Store and App Store. Visit their website francotrading.com, learn more, take advantage of this offer. And remember, Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone papa perfie. So we're looking for a more sustainable plan to deal with the issues at the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital, the renal unit to be specific. And that's on our big stories, brought to us by Vodafone. Further Together, latest film. That's your partner for life, and Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. Access Bank, more than banking. And the Vodafone eSIM service is live. You can now be a Vodafone customer without a physical SIM card. The stress of carrying multiple phones is over. Just dial *700 *6# on Vodafone to check your phone's compatibility and visit any retail shop to complete the setup. It's *700 *6# on Vodafone. You get a good 5 gigabytes of data and 20 minutes talk time to all networks, and that's available to you every month for 3 months once you're set up. That's 15 gigabytes of data and 60 minutes to all networks at no extra cost at all. All you have to do is dial *700 *6# and get yourself a Vodafone eSIM now to get connected to Ghana's network of choice. Vodafone, further together. And if you love sofas, then you appreciate the 1, 2, 3 or L-shaped sofa. If you need one that's crafted to the finest detail, available in a color suitable to you, if you need it for your home, your office, or maybe you need it for your business. If you're looking for sofa that will give you comfort, is durable, of good quality, and has got perfect finishing, then there's only one destination. It's got to be Latest Foam. Latest Foam is your one-stop shop, whatever your choice and budgets. Buy from the best, not imitated, by Latest Foam. And Latest Foam is your partner for life. Stay with the Super Morning Show, 14 minutes after 8. We will talk about the Executive Women's Network Conference. What have they left with us? What are we carrying forward? Inspire, empower, support. Did they achieve their objective? What were the highlights? All of that here on the Super Morning Show.
Wake up. Good morning. Good morning.
Ever visited a shop, picked a whole basket of provisions, toiletries, and very essential things you need, battled a long queue to finally pay, only to be told you can't pay to a merchant number? The way that thing they pay, but with Vodafone Cash, there is no problem. Now on Vodafone Cash, you can pay all merchants on all networks. Easy peasy, straight, direct, sharp from your Vodafone Cash wallet to any merchant number on other networks. So whether you are buying provisions or fuel, medication or food, whatever the service or need, just pay conveniently from Vodafone Cash to any merchant number. Simply dial *110# to make payment to merchants on other networks today.
Vodafone.
Comfort, durability, Finishing. Quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from Latex Foam. There is so much choice whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Some banks treat you like this. Others like this. But at Access Bank, we treat you like this. Why settle for less when the best customer experience starts and ends at Access Bank? We are always on call all week from Monday to Sunday to offer you the best financial advice and solutions. It's not just talk, it's about time you experienced it too. Visit any Access Bank branch today or call us toll free 0800 00 4400.
Access Bank, more than banking.
A bank that supports you. A bank.
Hey, Cashman!
Yeah!
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah!
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
How?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel. And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes, if you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534 or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
A bank that supports you. A bank that cares for you. Hand in hand, we stand with you. So lift your head up. Big dreams are waiting. We'll walk with you wherever you go. With all your dreams come alive. CBG will make you smile. We will rise with you. Your business will flourish. Your name will stand out. Consolidated Bank, CBG. We stand
And you're going to be hearing women roar this morning in a good way. This is the Super Morning Show, 21 minutes after 8. This is Joy 99.7 FM. There was a very successful Executive Women Network Conference held just this month. And we're going to be reviewing that conference. My guest in studio, Antoinette Kofi, executive member and member of the Conference Planning Committee. She's also Chief Finance Officer at MTN. And Comfort Okran is member of the Conference Planning Committee as well. Good morning to you, ladies. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. Good morning to your lovely listeners all over the world.
Great. And is it really true that this is the first time that you're speaking in 2023? Still can't wrap my head around it. At least off the conference stage.
Off the conference stage, yes. Actually, I think so. Come to think, this is the first time I'm coming to Joy. So yes, it is
okay.
true.
So we're doing the virtual university college, the morning edition of the Super Morning Show, courtesy the Executive Women's Network Conference. But you also got great partnership with MTN. I was reading about it, by the way.
Yeah.
So I guess thank you to MTN.
Absolutely. We support diversity and change, and we support positive thinking. So it was an honor for us to partner EWN on this journey. Actually.
Right. Yeah. Let's look at the conference as a whole. How would you say this conference went?
I believe it was fantastic. Seriously, being on the conference planning committee, visualizing this, dreaming how it was going to go, putting it together, I still think it managed to exceed our expectations. Yes. We had a great turnout. We had 430 people in the room.
Wow.
Who were there till the very end, from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Fantastic.
We had about 57 people join us virtually, and they also stayed till the very end.
Wow.
And the feedback was unanimously great. I mean, we had a 90+% of the attendees rating the conference as being very good to excellent.
Okay.
And so I think we did achieve what we set out to achieve. We achieved our objectives. And what made it even more phenomenal was the discussions that were had. I mean, you could tell it resonated with everybody in there. They were relevant, they were fresh, they were insightful.
Okay.
And I believe that everyone walked out of that place with a nugget or two that inspires them to live a better life.
Nice.
So
good to
great
know.
all around.
Right. So Comfort, what are some of the highlights? What would you want to share with us? What do you think was impacted at this conference?
Well, one of the key things that the conference set out to do was to talk about transformation, how intentional we need to be about our lives.
Right.
That is not a matter of just expecting that something would happen, then it would happen. You need to be deliberate about it. And therefore, taking the theme from the personal level to technology amongst women, and then also ensuring that our male partners are with us in this journey, and also taking time off to say, okay, as an individual, where is your mental well-being? How do you ensure that you are able to succeed based on how you understand yourself and work with yourself, and if you have challenges, how you can reach out to people.
Right.
The program was very well attended, and the discussions that were brought out also brought those things to fore. For instance, the first one about transforming yourself, being in growth, your potential, brought out issues about the fact that yes, indeed, the transformational journey is something that, apart from setting the goal, if you set the right targets, you may achieve it. But sometimes, depending on the kind of transformation you are looking at, sometimes you may reach that end and you don't even realize you have achieved it. And so you're still behaving in the same old way that you used to, not knowing that you have achieved your journey. And therefore, there's a need for you to recognize when you reach there. Sometimes, as we go along on that journey, sometimes we are overwhelmed.
Right.
Either that, or sometimes we are so used to operating within a particular space that we do not see the opportunities that exist outside, as our panelists said, outside the lines. So we continue coloring within the lines. And so the need for us to look outside and start coloring other parts, being existential in our thinking, would help us achieve those things we're looking at. If we're looking at technology amongst women, sometimes when we talk about tech, then kind of we switch off. However, technology is part and parcel of our lives. For instance, the first person who actually brought the technology to pound fufu was a discovery. But we've kept pounding fufu that same old way, not realizing that there are new, better ways of doing these things. So how do we employ technology in our day-to-day lives to enable us see the changes that we ought to see in our lives? So the men had an all-male panel, and that was one of the ones that I really enjoyed.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we said that let's not just have a room filled with women having a discussion, because it's not our world. We live with our gentlemen. So what do they bring to the table? And I think one of the key things that I believe they brought to the fore was the fact that, yes, there's space for women, but sometimes there's a need for us for them to relook at the way they see their world. And sometimes, even somebody shared a story about where a gentleman fell on the sword because he felt that if a lady had done it, she would be accused of being, being a draconian or something. But in this case, since he was a man and he realized it was a big bad policy to be in place, let me do it and then pave the way. So there were times where we men would need to fall on the sword to make way for ladies to also come and shine in the space. It was a fantastic program.
Listening to you right now, I feel like I missed because I didn't attend.
You did.
And you had all these great discussions.
Yes.
Is there like a follow-up? Because, sometimes we meet, we have all these fantastic conversations, and then we leave it there.
So, as the Executive Women Network, our ethos is to inspire, empower, and support women, and to help them become better leaders. So, we have this conference every couple of years, but beyond that, we partner organizations as well to help inspire their women, to arrange, and we have a number of talks, a number of discussions. We have what we call fireside chats, where we discuss topical issues, and we keep it real, because we can all come and sit here and pretend it's a perfect world, but it's not. And we are real with the issues and challenges that women face and that we need to overcome in order to progress in life. So, there is a follow-up every year. We have a year-long set of activities that seeks to promote the things that we are driving. This year was about growth, resilience, transformation, agility, and our programs throughout next year will focus on how we help women develop these and to keep up with these as they move on.
Fantastic. All right, so I guess maybe some woman somewhere will be asking, can I be part of you guys?
Absolutely.
Definitely. Actually, if you're not part of us, I wonder what you're waiting for. You definitely can be part of us. And I don't have the phone number, but definitely if you go to EWN, if you type in EWN, you would online, you'd get details and you can join. And I believe that that's one of the issues that we are hoping that this interview would bring for more people to understand that there's a place for young people or even old who can come together and discuss issues. How can I be intentional about this part of my life? And you would get support from different people in different sectors. I can assure you, from mining to engineering to marketing, banking, of course, telecom. She's head of finance at MTN. I mean, if you're looking for somewhere as a role model, here she is, right here with you. So we have all over the place, and we will really expect people to join us.
And it's all about, and what as Comfort said earlier, it's about being intentional. One of our coaches said, nothing in life happens by chance. You've got to sit behind the steering wheel of your life. You've got to drive your way to transformation. And we invite everybody to come on board to actually support us. Who knows, in the future we may even invite gentlemen, because one thing that came up was we are driving empowerment of women, but we have to make sure we don't leave the men behind. If not, in another decade or so, we'll be having an executive men's network to help grow men.
True.
Exactly. So it's not about leaving the men behind. It's about giving the women a voice.
I like that.
And a seat at the table.
I like that a lot. Well, thank you very much for what you do. Yes, please.
Just in case you'd like to join us, you can reach us on 0241 129431 0241 129431, and we definitely will register you immediately and give you some of the tools that would help you grow as you grow on your professional journey.
Right.
Yeah.
This is good because often you hear women don't support women. Women bring down women.
It's a myth.
And that we can't exist if you have a female boss.
Oh, please.
That's disaster.
We're changing those
all these
stereotypes.
things. So yes, I like this movement a lot. Thank you very much for this conference. And hopefully in the future, we can even take the subjects, the mental health bit that you talked about, because you hear some people ask, especially if you combine career and home. Yeah. And you find yourself in school, people ask you, how did you do it? So how do you de-stress? Things like that. Yeah. So we can have conversations in the future.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
We look forward to that.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Totally enjoyed the session with you. My guest, Antoinette Kofi, executive member and member of the conference planning committee. That's the Executive Women's Network Conference. And she's Chief Finance Officer, MTN and Comfort Okran. She's no stranger to Joy 99.7 FM. She's a member of the conference planning committee, also a member of the Women's Network, Executive Women's Network. So thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much for having us.
I feel like telling Sammy we want to stay on and not move on.
Thank you. Thank you to you and to your listeners. It's been a great conversation and we will keep talking.
Thank you. Stay with the Super Body Show. There's more to come.
See it now. I got the eye of the tiger.
Won't believe what I am planning next. I want to start my postgraduate degree, buy a car, and build my dream home. But you know what's stopping me?
What's that, Mike?
Money, that be my biggest wahala.
Oh, you are sorted, Cry. With a GCB Big Move personal loan promo, you can borrow up to a whopping 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours.
Like seriously? How do I qualify?
Yes, it's available to all GCB salary account holders. Plus, you get a 2-month grace period before you start to pay back.
Susket, I'm opening an account with GCB now.
Get a personal loan of up to 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours. Call 0800-422-422 or visit your nearest GCB branch today to fund your next big move as we celebrate 70 years of greatness. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Are you hoping to start university this January? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our January 2024 intake. Apply now for our foundation program. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know. Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Keep buying your luckiest ticket with star 712 hash as an individual, a group, an association, or even a community, and stand a chance of winning in the community draw or the ultimate draw on 23rd of December. Be the luckiest on star 712 hash and win millions. Ticket sale starts on October 4th, 2023, and draw date is on 23rd December 2023. Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. Win millions on star 712 hash.
Teachers. The luckiest.
You could be the luckiest.
My people, what comes to mind when you hear Black Friday? How about free delivery and true convenience? Where do you get the best deals? Very well, you've heard the unanimous decision of the people. Jumia Black Friday runs from the 3rd to the 24th November. Download the Jumia app now and start shopping. Jumia, your everyday delivery.
Charlie, Chairman is still not here. What at all could be the issue?
Calm down. I'm sure you'll be here soon. Oh, guys. Sorry I'm late. Koti bagged me for road sake of my insurance expire. Some long issue, Charlie.
Chairman Pan. Hey, you make Koti Babi sake of you forget to renew your car insurance when you can get your car insurance sticker instantly on Haptel. And best of all, you can set a reminder to renew. Simple matter. Just install the app, enter your car number, and oh la la, your instant insurance sticker is there.
Oh, really? Make I do am now before I forget. Edemu, Charlie, see. Edemu. Insurance can Edemu one time. I can even renew it every month. Wow. Charlie, as for this one, today, as usual, the sitting is on me.
Visit hoptel.com/app to download your Hoptel app and set a reminder to renew your car insurance today. Hoptel is everything you.
Make
We're staying alive. Look, let's not mince words. There's nothing in this nation more valuable than human life. Nothing. So really, at all material times, anything that requires our effort to save human lives should occupy us far more readily than any other issue. Everything should be secondary to human life. How I wish that was the case. Because the way we've handled this situation with the dialysis doesn't reflect that. But it's not too late. We can fix it. And I'm glad we are having today's conversation with the aim of doing exactly that. We'll be hearing once again from Kwame Sapon-Asidu, and we've been joined in the studio by Dr. Titus Beu. No introduction needed, of course, for the Ghana Medical Association. Doc, what a pleasure to have you. Good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to our listeners.
All right. So, more from the good doctors in just a moment. But first, join the Ministry of Education and National Entrepreneurial Innovation Program, NEIP, for STEM Innovation 2023, the year's biggest science event at the City Conference Center, University of Ghana, from the 14th until the 15th of November, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. Come and witness the top second cycle schools, the top 24 of them, competing in an innovation challenge. Experience a showcase of STEM projects and be inspired by young minds solving tomorrow's problems today. Don't miss out.
Kojo, you were saying every life is unique, right?
Oh, yeah.
And every life is precious. Mm-hmm. And everyone deserves to live the best life they can. APSA understands this. That's why APSA is offering a life insurance policy that gives you more. With the unlimited life protection plan from APSA, you enjoy no age limit to sign on, 100% premium refund at the end of the term, a life swap option which allows you to transfer your benefits to a relative who is not insured on the policy, 2 months premium holiday, and so much more. You deserve more from your protection, so sign up for the unlimited life protection plan today, because from all the indications you may need some protection. You certainly need some protection, or else you have so much difficulty in the Republic of Ghana.
True story. Raymond, do you speak French?
I try.
Vous voulez sinker in ton impédia?
That's not French.
Are you sinking in your bed? Is your mattress failing to give you the safety and comfort you deserve? Well, get yourself a Royal Foam mattress which will guarantee you the good sleep and relaxation you deserve today. Now, as pace setters, Royal Foam has attached pillows to the mattresses you buy, and you get those pillows for free, okay? You can get this in their showrooms and sales outlets across the country, so don't be left out. Royal Foam also would like to say a big thank you to everyone for making them the Silver Award winners at the 12th Ghana Business and Financial Services Excellence Awards. You can call them on 020-227-1000 for inquiries. Royal Foam, rest assured.
You know, I've started going to the gym to build that December body, right? And I'm trying very much to seize the opportunity with me and Adanse travels to see the unique architecture, skyscrapers, ports, beaches, amazing desert safaris, shopping center, and enjoy the most tolerant and most importantly the atmosphere that the world has provided for all of us from the 13th to the 20th of December. There's also the 19th to 26th of December. Then there's also the 28th of December to 4th of January. You pay only $1,850 for single sharing and $3,650 for couple to be part of the Adanse Attend Reloaded Vibe Tours. All these packages cover your flight, hotel accommodation, tourist visa, and also daily breakfast, city tours, guided shopping, and optional tours to make your vacation exceptional. To patronize any of these packages, you just need to call 059-550-0817, 055-264-826, or visit our website on adansetravels.com to book now. Adanse Attend Reloaded is still a vibe, so when my December body is in shape, come and see me in the singlets in the safari. Oh, so you can join us, yeah. You can join us. It's possible for you to do.
December body, dear. Christmas.
No. With respect, I intend 6-pack.
Big round.
Wonderful. I mean, you picture me 6-pack.
6 packs of papaya takeaway.
No. 6-pack in Dubai.
Let's return to reality. So look, this this thing is gravely concerning. You've heard Kwame Sapon-Asidu talk about the fact that the statement released by Korle-Bu has far more red flags than good news. It indicates that the problem has not been solved on many levels. Now, what does this mean? What it means is that the people for whom we hit the streets, the people for whom we rendered our clothes in agony and anger and brought the attention of the government to this serious disregarded problem, those people are still at risk. Let's listen to their representative. He is the head of the Renal Patients Association of Ghana in the person of Korle-Bu Ahinkra.
This morning, I had a call from the unit again confirming that the unit has opened, so I should let my people know they should come and take their request and go and do their labs. As you can see, one of the guys is here, the guy from Kibi. He's also here to come and do his lab so that he can have access to the place. I think the challenge we are going to have now will be we may not have the normal 2 sessions a week. We may be having 1 session a week. The reason being that we are many, and we being many, and the machines are small. Apart from that, if you went up there, you could see up there are no any machines there. So most of the ward cases are being brought here. So I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on it. So I think they will be giving us once a week for now until further consultation of more machines are added up to it. And we'll appreciate it, we'll take it.
So that was Korle-Bu Ahinkra. He represents the Renal Patients Association of Ghana. Now, you see, in addition to everything he says, let's not also forget that the statement says that the ministry is going to work with Korle-Bu to offset the 4 million cedi debt. The 4 million cedi debt, which was the reason behind the shutting down of the renal unit over 5 months ago. They are now going to work to offset it. What does that mean? Would that even be enough? Well, let's listen to the PRO of Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital, Isaac Ofeba.
The situation regarding the debt is that government has taken steps to ensure that that debt is cleared. And so the general public must rest assured there's no debt in the first place. There is a debt to be cleared. Government has taken steps that give us these documents, the document you rely on to indicate that government is owing or the public is owing you, so that government will come in to clear. Let us get it clear here that it is not a debt that government owe for them to pay, but it is as a result of the subsidy that get out. So government said, give us those documents through the Ministry of Health, which Korle-Bu had submitted, and ministry has taken initial steps. There have been a lot of improvements. So we are looking forward that those debts will be cleared. However, there has also been a different support to them in order that we don't get back to those places, those situations again. So that going forward, we are able to say that we are operating the place without any challenges of debt that will incur after the place has been open. And so all those things are part of the issues that government has taken up, that we don't leave those issues with Korle-Bu to handle. Some of the issues are being handled by Korle-Bu. Now government has stepped in to take those issues from them. Let us not forget that the ministry, one of its goal or challenge project is that we're going to have a universal health coverage by 2030. So we can't have a universal health coverage when we are not able to afford our hospital bills and all that. So this has been part of what government has intervened, that some of the issues we can't leave them for Korle-Bu. Let's just take it up as a government or as a ministry, and then we look for a different source into paying some of these arrears when they come.
So that's Isaac Ofeba. He happens to be the PRO of the Ministry of Health, not Korle-Bu. So he's the PRO of the Ministry of Health, and he's talking about the absorption or the offsetting of the debt of the renal unit, that 4 million cedi debt. Okay. Listen, let's get into it. Dr. Titus Beo is a senior lecturer at the University of Ghana Medical School. He also happens to be NDC parliamentary candidate for Lambusie. I've said that right, haven't I?
Correct.
Yes, which is in the Upper West region. I think I've driven through Lambusie before. Good to have you. Good morning.
Good morning, Kojo. And I'm sad that we have to talk about this again and again. and not arriving at a solution. I think my opening comment will be that perhaps we are asking the wrong question and at the wrong place as well. I can sympathize with the management of Korle-Bu with all the backlash on them and the pressure, and then the ministry says we've instructed Korle-Bu to open, but we are doing nothing about the elephant in the room. There is a cost to dialysis. There's no doubt about that. Everybody agrees that there's a cost to dialysis. And because Korle-Bu is not meeting that cost, Korle-Bu has incurred a debt of about 4 million Ghana cedis. We were promised that government was going to settle this. This was more than a month ago. I think I was on set for that thought leadership discussion, where the presidential advisor on health said that government was going to handle this. I remember either you or Evans putting it to him directly when they were going to pay it and if it had been committed. Initially, he said they were having interactions here and there, and then you wanted a direct word of confirmation. And we got something like that they were going to settle it. So when we go back to Korle-Bu and ask, when is Korle-Bu opening the center to OPD, I think it's a wrong question. And it's wrong also to the wrong person, because we should be asking, has the debt been paid? What is the subsequent financing model going forward? If we haven't answered and these cannot be answered by Korle-Bu, it has to be answered by the ministry and the government. But Korle-Bu has come up with how much it's going to cost them to continue to keep this dialysis. Now, we have done this wrongly a few times in the past, and we keep getting wrong results, and we are doing the same thing, where with power pressure and a political or an administrative fiat is issued, and at the end, it's trouble. And I can give you at least a few examples. There is a policy that if you get an accident in this country, when you get into the hospital, first 24 hours, your care is free. Is that free? Who is paying for it? You get involved in an accident and appear in the hospital, even if you are unconscious. Somebody got to offer some money to do something for you to get care. So we set up DOFSU. When we brought that act, a fund was supposed to be created from which victims will be paid. How many years has the act been passed into law? Where is the fund? Do the victims get any money? No. And it's always because when there is pressure on the politicians, on the public and government, then they easily pass the back to the agency without solving the problem. I can promise you that if we don't ask the right question and get the right answer, the opening that Korle-Bu has declared open now is only going to take us to a state where we are worse off than where we began. What do I mean by worse off? We are going to get to a place where, one, even those who have money cannot get the dialysis. Because if they use up all their consumables because they've been forced to use them. And my information is that from today, any patient Korle-Bu dialysis, for every single patient that pays the old fee of 380, Korle-Bu is going to accumulate a debt of another 380 per session, per patient.
So the debt has started accumulating again. Immediately.
The CEO mentioned to us that they need about 961,000 Ghana cedis a month to sustain the dialysis at the current rate. This is where that debt comes from. So if we haven't answered this question, what it means is that they are going to run out of consumables. They are not going to get consumables. And now my patient, a pregnant woman who is not having any chronic hypertension, whose only sin she has committed is being pregnant, trying to bring another human being into this world and develop a complication like eclampsia or preeclampsia with acute kidney injury, who is potentially curable. This is different from people with CKD. For those with acute kidney injury,
CKD
if they get
is chronic kidney disease.
Yes, but for the acute ones, when they get dialysis, 2, 3, maximum 5 sessions, their kidney takes up and they are fine. These people are not going to even get the dialysis. So that is how we should see the problem. And then ask the hard questions. How do we get ourselves out of here? And you notice the difficulty with which Korle-Bu had to open. The instruction had been given. We have asked Korle-Bu to open, and for quite some time, Korle-Bu couldn't open. simply because the there is not there. It's not there. So we need pragmatic solutions. And if we haven't solved that, then just like has happened to all other instructions that government gives, and one of the easiest things that's going to happen, which I am afraid of, is with so much pressure and people saying everything, a government will just get up and say, I'm asking the NHIS to take it. And then we'll all clap for them and we'll go to sleep.
But
And then people will really start dying.
That has been done already, because yesterday the PRO of the Ministry of Health indicated that the president had directed that the NHIS should cover it.
So these directives in vacuum, what is happening? The NHIS, that its funds are capped. The government in 2017 passed an act of parliament, and it was assented quickly in April, to cap earmarked funds. And the number one on that list of 16 funds is NHIL. So all our contributions we are doing to the NHIL, the funds are capped. And now if you follow the principle of it, I'm not an economist, but my basic understanding of it is that there is that capping of all our total tax revenue that goes to these earmarked funds. They are not allowed to pay more than, it was initially 25%, they've dropped it to 17.5%, and we are all quiet. And they'll continue further, the next maybe 5%, we don't know. So they are not allowed to pay more than 17.5% of total tax revenue to this earmarked fund. If you go into the NHIS itself, of the total revenue that NHIL receive, it is also capped so that it can make up this bigger capping of 17.5%. How can such a body take on dialysis? And we need to know one thing. If this directive is given indeed, as has been mentioned, then it's a recipe for disaster. And I'll just give you why. Remember, we have an unmet need for renal dialysis of about 90%. For every one patient undergoing dialysis, there are 9 others who are not getting that service, who can't get that service. So if the NHIS picks it up, it means these other 9 people will show up. They will not take it as a death sentence anymore. So it means that the expenditure to the NHIS is not going to be this 960,000 I mentioned for Korle-Bu alone, nationally, which is going to be bigger per month. It's going to be that times 9. It's going to increase by 9-fold, because there are 9 other people who are not getting this service, which, if it become publicly available, they should assess. And they are Ghanaians, why not? So if we issue this directive with nothing backing it, what is going to happen, and I can predict from my years of clinical practice, and that's what's happening in a lot of issues, is that the NHIA board and everybody appointed by government cannot say no. CEO cannot say no. They will take it on. They will submit the bills. The government hospital will submit the premium, and it will be in arrears for years. Then we come back to not zero, but negative, because, just as I've said in the first scenario, you are not going to have even people who have money willing to pay for the service getting it, because if the consumables are not imported and are not available, then no one gets it. So I am going to make some proposals in terms of how we should solve this.
We'll come to that. Yes, we'll come to that in a minute. But I want to bring in Kwame Sapon-Asiedu. Of course, he's a pharmacist, a D&D fellow on public health at CDD Ghana. He joins us via Zoom. And you know what we're talking about. We're talking about dialysis. The announcement has come. The OPD for renal dialysis has reopened at Korle-Bu. Let's try and understand. This is a national issue. Korle-Bu just happens to be the focal point because we know what's happening there. But there are hospitals across the country which either don't even have dialysis facilities or have and are under extreme pressure and are charging perhaps even more than Korle-Bu is charging. And people cannot afford. People cannot queue up 9 hours a day to get their dialysis. The problems are real. Kwame, thanks for making time for us again. But listening to Dr. Titus Bayo, I'm starting to wonder, have we made the situation worse?
Well, you shouldn't wonder. I did point out earlier that if you read the letter, if you read that letter, you should be very, very, very worried. And I'm glad Titus has pointed out a number of things that I left out when I spoke to you earlier. And so I didn't talk about the NHIS because when we did the thought leadership event, I was at pains to explain why the capping was untenable. And in actual fact, I will go further to say it's dangerous. It is dangerous because when you have a health insurance scheme, it has to invest some of its inflows for rainy days and unexpected events like this, where the president has just given a fiat order that they should absorb renal dialysis. They haven't invested the money because the money has sat with the central government because the government decided to pass a law that bypasses the National Health Insurance Act. So when you go further to tell them that they should take on dialysis, and already anyone who's a practitioner knows that the NHIS is in arrears to service providers, you're going to not only compound the dialysis problem, but you're also going to compound the arrears that are owed to service providers because already with this money you cannot pay. And then what would happen? For the service providers, some of them might back out and say they are not going to provide NHIS service on the NHIS. But more importantly, those who are on life and death situations, like what Dr. Titus Berry was saying, a lady who's got preeclampsia and has got acute renal failure or something like that, or someone who has had an accident or something and just needs the kidney to be given, might end up passing away because they would get to the hospital, and like Dr. Berry said, something that has to be free, you get to the hospital and you have to pay. Everyone knows that. It is not something you should run away from. So if such ad hoc decisions are taken, not backed by the data, not backed by the lack of fiscal space in our health budget, but are done, in my view, strictly on the populist hunch. And I'm being blunt about it being a populist hunch because, Kojo, if it's not populism, Dr. Isiasari sat on a program with myself and Titus and said the money was going to be paid. Nothing happened. The Minister of Finance, the Minister of Health gave a directive. Korle-Bu turned around and said that they hadn't received the directive. Nothing happened. The Minister of State said the same thing, that it was going to be paid over the last weekend. Nothing happened. And suddenly, open, and we get this letter which says the fundamental problem hasn't been solved. So the only reason is you guys, journalists, are bashing the government too much. We cannot take the heat no more. So you, Korle-Bu, open up. The chief executive, who is appointed by the government, who knows that the president can wake up in the morning and say you've lost your job, has no choice than to open up. Is that how to run a health system? And for me, these are the critical conversations we have to have. And if you remember, when I gave my public lecture in September on the 18th, I brought these things up and said, these are the things that are biting our health system. Now we are actually seeing them in real-time play, and we need to deal with them.
Wow. Okay, so I mean, we've identified a problem, we've highlighted it, we've called for a solution, but that has set us on a path which, if nothing changes, will make the problem 10 times worse.
Yeah.
So I mean, I mean, honestly, at this stage, what is the real risk that is posed to renal patients across the country? Let's outline the real risk if nothing changes. I'll start with you, Kwame.
The first thing, if you listen to Titus, he said that for every patient that is dialyzed at 380, Korle-Bu incurs a death of another 380.
Yeah.
When you add 380 to 380, what do you get? You get 760. So that bulk figure is by and large what Korle-Bu needs to break even. Korle-Bu is a government facility. So that if we use that as an average, what faces patients in the country is what we identified at the thought leadership event, that they need about 85,000 cedis annually just to stay alive. That doesn't include their epoetin and all the other things and their vitamins and ions that they have to take. It is just for dialysis. They need 85,000 Ghana cedis. And I'm repeating this because I said it at the event. And I'm not breaking it down because I've already broken it down and you guys have made stories, but it's 85,000 cities if you break it down. If you look at a country where 70% of the population earn less than 3,000 cedis a month, based on the Ghana Statistical Service, it means 90% of Ghanaian workers are priced out of the dialysis market just to stay alive. So what it means is that if you are listening to us speaking about this matter and you feel that you have robust kidneys, pray that it doesn't befall you or doesn't befall your family member or distant relative, because you would have to be part of the network that will cough out that 85,000 cedis every single year.
Jesus.
And if you break 85,000 cedis by 12, you'd ask yourself, how many people can afford that and pay their bills, water, electricity, buy fuel for their car, pay their children's school fees? So, Kojo, it is not a problem that we should just sit down and paper over the cracks like the government is trying to do and be populist about it. We need to deal with it. I strongly believe that the National Health Insurance Scheme is the route to go. But if it has to be the route to go, then there needs to be capital injection. And you see, I'll end it this way, this part of the question this way. When you have a country where we are always kicking issues into the long run. For example, we all sat here, and I'll continue repeating it, when the sin tax was introduced. And dialysis is one of the sins that you can get from indulging in some of the things that the tax have been slapped on if you are not careful. We have introduced it, and that money is supposed to be a tax to alleviate your suffering when you get those fallouts from those sins. We do not have a sin fund in the country. It is not going to the NHIS. It is going to economists sitting in the Ministry of Finance and the Finance Minister to spend as they wish. So you know what happens to you? If you indulge in those sins, alcohol, XYZ, you've paid a premium to take care of you at the end of the day when you fall ill. You are also paying indirect taxes to the NHIS to cushion you. But when you fall ill, neither of the stopgaps will be there. That is the sort of planning we do in this country. We should clap for ourselves.
Kwame, I don't know how you did your calculation to arrive at the 85,000 a year, because I've had a look at 760 per session times 3 sessions a week times 52 weeks. That gave me 118,560 cedis per year.
Yeah, Kojo, because there is a range. If you looked at what we did at the Thought Leadership Program, the range is between 500 and 800. So you have to use the mean.
Very good.
And that is why I said we are dealing with government facilities. If you do the calculation using private facilities, some of which charge 1,000 cedis, and you do 3 sessions, which is 3,000, and you do 4, that's 12,000, it comes to 124,000.
Right.
So I am looking at the lower level of just to stay alive.
Fair enough.
I'm not looking at the other echelons.
Okay. Well, that's the size of the problem. Okay. They've opened the renal outpatient unit at Korle-Bu, but the problem itself, dear, we haven't scratched the surface. And if nothing happens, it will only get worse. So what is the solution? When we come back, Dr. Titus Bayo and Kwame Sapon-Asiedu help us with those. Stay with us.
Morning Show. Buy one, get one free. Buy an LED TV and get a free DSTV decoder plus 3 months fully paid subscription. Watch your live football matches for free this festive season. Live sports games, favorite action-packed movies, your favorite African movies, all for free this Christmas at Electromat. There is more. DSTV near Electromat near. Dash to any Electromat showroom now or call 0552 755 456. Electromat, your world of electronics. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you with loan facilities of 1,000 cedis and upwards. All you have to do is call, and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. Call Quick Credit today, 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
It's time for heaven to touch the earth. Are you ready for Heaven on Earth Conference 2023? All roads lead to the Empowerment Worship Center from the 15th to the 19th of November as believers from across the globe gather. Join our global lead pastor and conference host, Pastor Gideon Danso, and seasoned men of God, the Reverend Dr. Mensa Otabo, Pastor Paul Doherty, Pastor Keon Henderson, Pastor Ray Bevan, and Pastor Bradley Knight for a life-changing experience. Leading us in worship will be EWC Live. Conference kicks off on Wednesday night, 15th of November, continues through to Friday the 7th, 6 p.m. each night, and we crown it all on the 19th of November with Conference Sunday, 3 power-packed services at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and 6 p.m. Location is the EWC Prayer Factory, Jowlu, next to the Allied Heights. There's a word from God to shift you from where you are to where you spiritually belong. So don't miss out on Heaven on Earth Conference, brought to you by the Empowerment Worship Center, where God lives.
There is something that drives you. The very thought of it fuels you. And even when the road gets rocky, you keep going, just to get the results that matter. It could be about you. It could be the lives you touch. It could be about someone special or something dear to your heart. Such results leave a sweet lingering smile, a sense of fulfillment. That's why you work till late, yet rise with the sun. Yes, your drive knows no limit. Do it with Stanbic Bank, where we spur you on to get the results that matter.
If you think you can see it all with Adansi Travels, forget it, because the nature, fun and adventure are endless. Are you ready for an Adansi-licious vacation this December? Yeah! Then let's explore Qatar and Rwanda from 6th to 13th December for only $1,990 per person and $3,950 for a couple. Or Qatar only from 22nd to 29th December at a rate of $1,850 per person and $3,650 for a couple. Your visa, flights, accommodation with breakfast, travel insurance and tours are all sorted. So secure your spot now. Call 0595 500 817 or 0556 310 404. Adansi Travels. Few Life's Beauty.
Gone are the days when good sleep was a nightmare. Today, rest is assured. We have found a solution. Royal Foam is here. With Royal Foam, quality and customer satisfaction comes first. We produce mattress, carpentry foams, duvets, bedspreads, curtains, and beds. For the quality services we offer, Royal Foam have also been awarded at the 12 Business and Financial Excellence Awards. For good sleep and better relaxation, it should be Royal Foam. For quality, buy Royal Foam. Visit Royal Foam at our showrooms and sales depots across the nation. Call our hotline on 020-227-1000. Royal Foam, rest assured.
Imagine say water wake up at dawn, e no bath, e no chop, when e vanish for your area for 2 weeks. You no get one drop safe inside your tank.
Hey.
Hajia, our life was in dangerous. Only our neighbor get water with water tank.
Water tank?
Yes, water tank. Mamma mia, that water tank get meter for checking water level. That water tank be fine past Kumasi Selendion. That water tank be tough like Ghana Army. That water tank, they carry water pepper, so say some no go left inside the supply tank. What a tank! As my boss, Mr. Poncho, go talk.
Beautiful, durable, with water level indicator and accurate volume of water. Water tank. What a tank! By Duraplast.
Ebrason, say ye my lorry akwan so ho ban bo hia yen yie pa. Said ye beya ahyenkafo a wode ahyen tumirika hunu ne wane a sekane so kokokora no atwi afa so. Ne dodro na wo bu lorry akwan so mra so. Enko nkotwimfa ya wofo ne ye mofra so. Enko pra won anam enko kum won. Na ye nyina atena nkomu a akwanhye bie ni ho. Webra a police for de we hinta hunani no ehwe bibia. Ye da traffic tech GH a eye fidie fofra etwa mfoni efri Ghana police dumakuo no ho edi. Enam mfoni efidie betwa so ebema police fo ehunu won ya wo bu lorry akwan so mra so. Ne wa ma won asotwe siketua ho tikete. Hwe lorry akwan so yie. #PL. Enam Ghana police edumakuo ene National Road Safety Authority for nsa wo so ene de sa de wo boy tuja.
Who runs the city? It's back, it's bigger, it's better. The first National Bank Accra Marathon from Nubwa to Dansuman. Get your running shoes ready and join the race of a lifetime. Saturday, 11 November 2023. Let's run the 42.2 kilometer full marathon or the 10 kilometer junior and corporate fun runs to determine who runs the city. It's the first National Bank Accra Marathon. Who will triumph? To register, dial *365*807# and follow the prompts or call 0505-525-535. You can also visit accramarathon.com or any First National Bank branch to register. The First National Bank Accra Marathon is organized by Danceman Keep Fit Club and brought to you by First National Bank, supported by Belacqua, Yango, Hollard Insurance, Media Partners, Multimedia Group and Graphic Communications Group.
Action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
You're welcome back. It's 19 minutes past 9 on the Super Morning Show right here on Joy. And look, what matters to you matters to us. And what is more matter than human life? That's why today we're trying to figure out once and for all what we need to do to ensure that people with kidney disease can be treated in this country. They can get dialysis and survive, just like people survive in every other part of the world with dialysis. In the UK, all the way back in the year 2007, somebody ran a marathon with no kidneys. He ran a full marathon beginning to end with no, because not having kidneys shouldn't end your life. How much more kidney failure or kidney disease? It should never be a reason why someone dies, unless we're a country that's not serious about funding our healthcare. And guess what? Welcome to Ghana. So today we'll figure it out together. Dr. Titus Bayo is a senior lecturer at the University of Ghana Medical School. He's the NDC parliamentary candidate for Lambusie in the Upper West region. Kwame Asidu Sapong is a pharmacist. He's the D&D fellow of the public health at CDD Ghana. Okay, Dr. Bayo, let's start. Solutions.
All right.
Before you come in, though, okay. Doc, forgive me. We've been getting lots of text messages today, and we thank you for all of them. We'll share a few as soon as we get a chance. Text messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by GCB Bank PLC, GCB Personal Loan. Make that big move and dream a reality.
Certainly, you need to make that big move with a GCB Personal Loan. GCB, your biggest and largest bank in the Republic of Ghana, is offering the GCB salaried account holders personal loans in less than 24 hours to fund your next big move with GCB's big big move personal loan promo, you can access up to a whopping 400,000 at a significantly reduced interest rate with a 2-month repayment grace period to meet your urgent financial obligations with a smile. It's time to make that big move, be it for educational fee payment, buying a car, or building your dream home. GCB makes these dreams a reality and a life easier for its customers. So let GCB lend you the needed support to make that big move to take care of your urgent personal needs. Visit any of our branches or call 0800 422 422 for further inquiries. Terms and conditions apply. GCB, your bank for life.
And for huge discounts and free gifts, visit Electroland showrooms and authorized dealers shops for all your needs in household, electrical and electronic goods. Wherever you live, there's an Electroland showroom or a dealer's shop close to you. So just look out for Samsung, Media, TCL and NASCO sign and you are assured that your search is over. For further information, call Electroland on 0503 159 739 or visit their website electrolandgh.com. Electroland, home of luxury and affordable electronics.
All right, well, sometimes buying your car insurance is not the problem. It's remembering to renew it, and then you get into trouble with the police or you have an accident and wahala. Well, instant car insurance is now available on Hubtel. You can get your instant car insurance sticker at any time. No long terms, just install the Hubtel app, enter your car number for your instant insurance sticker. You can also set a reminder for your next renewal date. Go to hubtel.com/app to install your Hubtel app and set a reminder to renew your car insurance today. Hubtel is everything you.
And this November sales at Furniture City. Yes, Black Friday came very early at Furniture City. Crazy deals await you at Furniture City. Pick any item and enjoy from 25% up to 40% discount on selected items. Items ranging from furniture, dining sets, sofa, carpets, curtains, and also it's a crazy deal this November. Only at Furniture City, your home of quality furniture and the largest furniture shop in Ghana. So hurry, rush now to Furniture City for all kinds of furniture and enjoy from 25% up to 40% discount on selected items. Locate Furniture City at number 77 Spinters Road. This is 200 meters from the Flower Pot Runabout on the Spinters Road and opposite City Ceramica. You can also join us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Furniture City Ghana and the website is FurnitureCityGhana.com. Contact our sales department on these numbers 0244 213 333 or 0540 314 948. Furniture City, your home of quality furniture.
Now, aren't you tired of the daily commute to work during rush hour? You definitely must be. Or maybe you're planning a girls' night out and you need a reliable ride. Perhaps you need to deliver an important parcel and want to get there on time. Whatever your reason for commuting, listen, Access Bank and Uber, they've got you covered. With the Access Bank Visa card, you can now enjoy 30% off your Uber rides. That's right, 30% off every ride. Just use the promo code Access Ride Savings to enjoy affordable convenience and cheaper rides, even on a limited budget. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to save big on your daily commute. Visit this website, ghana.accessbankplc.com, or the social media pages of Access Bank to learn more and start enjoying and saving on your Uber rides like never before. Access Bank, certainly more than banking.
All right. Well, Doc.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we have painted really what the picture is, and I would want to make some suggestions towards solutions. And I think we all have to realize that, yes, I'm a politician now, but I'm detaching myself from politics because this is really a national discussion I think we should be having. Because what has been happening is that we bring issues and then to quickly bring a political solution, we do something just to manage the situation, but we never really solve it. For us to solve this, because I am at risk, you are at risk, everybody else is at risk, we have to answer the hard questions. Unfortunately, we are answering it in a reverse manner. We are at the tail end. We have a 17% of our population with some chronic kidney disease, and we have a good number that have end-stage kidney failure and they need to be managed, and the solution for them is dialysis and renal transplant. The little statistic I'll add before that to just give context to my solutions that I'm proposing is that we should also note that the mean age of our renal failure is younger than in most countries. It's around 45 from one study done in Korle-Bu, and the range is from like 20 to 50, which means that if the life expectancy is expected to go up, we are going to have people living with this condition for a pretty long time. So the burden must be properly assessed before we look at the solution. So having this in mind, for those who are already at the stage of dialysis or renal replacement therapy, they either get dialysis or transplant. The permanent solution for them is transplant, because an average transplanted kidney can live with you for 20 years or thereabout before there's a need to even do anything again. So if somebody who is 50 gets a transplant, that person will go off dialysis for like 20 years and they should be fine. So that is the final solution for this group of people. In the meantime, the dialysis must be made accessible and affordable. And that will not come by directives and fiats. It must come by a well-outlined policy with a financing model. I still believe, like Kwame, that the organization that is best suited, with the best expertise, with the experience and structures to manage healthcare financing in this country is still the NHIA. And so I would support a call for the NHIA to come in. But that call must not go ahead of some things being done. The first is the NHIA must be resourced. Resourced in the sense that their premium, in fact, I think the very first one, if the president is interested in doing this, is that they should go back to, should tell the finance minister to go to parliament and change that bad law. The law is bad that capped NHIS part of the earmarked funds. It's in fact the number one listed on the list of the earmarked fund. They should take NHIS out, just as the district assembly fund has been taken out because that was found to be unconstitutional. So a single individual could challenge that. Now everything in there is legal, but it's a bad law. That is my opinion, and we can change it. So they should free NHI from that. The monies from NHI should be made accessible to the NHI. Then only then can we have a discussion on realistic premiums. It will make no sense for you to ask anybody to pay additional when you have capped that money, putting it in a central pool, and we do not know how you are using that money in the central pool. You are making that money available to central government for use when I am paying, thinking that when I'm in trouble, this money will come in for me. The whole purpose of insurance is that it will do for you what you cannot do for yourself. And when you are in trouble, it should be able to restore you at least to where you were before. One of the things you never mentioned when you talk about the calculations and all of that is that the minute you have this diagnosis, your income will also drop because you become economically less viable. So even if you are in your house now smiling and say, oh, they say it's 85,000, I earn 200,000 annually, so even if I get it, I can afford it. Don't kid yourself, because when you get it, you are spending 4 hours a day, and almost the entire day after that you are tired. You can't work
9 hours a day.
Yes, you can't work afterwards, so you are losing 3 days a week. Your income will drop no matter what. So you will not be earning your current income to think that you can support. So let's just remember that. So I think that the NHIS must be giving money. The next thing I'll touch on is what Kwame also mentioned. The sin tax has been with us. This government has found wisdom to increase it, but like any other tax, it goes into the pool, the consolidated fund, that I'm not sure if any accountant can really do an account on that account. Because I don't know, any money that goes into that consolidated. Yes.
It's a black hole into which things disappear forever.
Yes. So I think that the purpose of that tax, unless it is to punish, but if it is that when you consume these sugary drinks, you consume alcohol, you consume tobacco, you will get a non-communicable disease, that will be a burden on the state. And therefore, we are charging you ahead so that when you get there, we can provide for you. If that really is the principle, then that money must be ring-fenced. And that is where that money must be earmarked and put into the NHIA or given to a body that can help us fight non-communicable diseases. Then I come to my second level, which is that at the current disease burden of chronic kidney diseases in this country and the youthful nature of it, it will be very difficult for any financing model to handle it for a long term if we don't find a way of reducing the burden. So prevention becomes key, because if you are getting kidney failure at 20, sustaining you on dialysis or even transplant for the rest of your life is not going to be easy. And our situation is peculiar because if you go globally, the leading cause of chronic kidney disease is diabetes. But when you come to Ghana, it's hypertension.
Yeah.
What is unique about us? You go elsewhere, the global prevalence is like 10%. All the estimates in sub-Saharan Africa and Ghana is between 13 to 17%, higher than the global average. So we have a peculiar situation. So we must work at reducing the burden. And to do that, it means that we have to note as a country that our disease burden is shifting from the infectious diseases. We have a National AIDS Commission for an infectious disease. We have National Malaria Control Program for an infectious disease. We have Bruley Ulcer Control Program. All these programs were instituted at the time that our biggest disease burden were infectious diseases. Now, our disease burden is becoming non-communicable.
That's true.
So, are we going to have an authority like the AIDS Commission or something that controls non-communicable disease? That is where we should be heading to. And that authority or commission should be well financed to go into research to what is peculiar about our population that is giving us such a high burden of chronic kidney diseases. We must find answers. What is unique about us? How can we prevent it? And when we have found these answers, such a body, well-resourced, and some of the resources can come from this syntax, we can all contribute to it, because as long as we live long, we are going to encounter some of these non-communicable diseases. It's surprising to note that our current non-communicable disease policy of the Ministry of Health, chronic kidney disease is not in there as a priority. It's nowhere. Some of the conditions that lead to it, like diabetes, hypertension, are covered. But chronic kidney disease itself is not there as a priority area. And NCDs as a whole is not giving the needed prominence. It's only recently that the Ghana Health Service is trying to create a directorate for it. It was a unit. But the disease pattern has changed for the country. So we need to give it that prominence that it deserves so that we can tackle head-on prevention. I mean, I hear some of our attempt at prevention, and it's laughable. At the last thought leadership, Dr. Nsian Sari mentioned the ministry people were saying they have created wellness clinics in the hospital. And I ask myself, do well people go to the hospital?
Yeah.
If you situate a wellness clinic at the hospital, is it really meant for people who are well, or is it meant for people who are sick? Looking at the health-seeking behavior of the average Ghanaian, I see men in my hospital who accompany their wives to me, and they are proud to say that in my whole life I've never been to a hospital. They are proud about it. It's a normal thing. So if you want to catch that man, to screen him and offer him advice on wellness, should it be at the hospital? Why don't we have this wellness clinic at the sports stadium? Why not at a place at the market? Why not at a pub? Why not at a place where we can get the people? Why not at the malls? This is where wellness clinics should be. And we should incentivize people to use these services. Because we know as a nation, if we really want to solve the problem, that if we prevent them from getting sick, the burden of disease will be low and we'll spend less. And therefore, it is better to pay for them to be screened. And so when you go for a wellness check, it should be paid for. Whoever is doing that wellness check should be able to submit a bill and someone pays for it. And the NHIA or this non-communicable disease commission or authority should be interested in financing that to prevent the burden of the disease. If we did this, then the burden will come down and we can sustain whatever financing model we put in. But if we just look at the current problem, it's just 4 million debt, we can pay it. Let's do this one, let's do that, and we pay. Okay, let's instruct NHIA. we are going to go into deep, deep trouble. And I hope that we will think along these lines.
It would seem the simplest thing. Preventive healthcare. It seems the most logical thing, right? Just save money up front by not making people sick. And also cry. Kwame, solutions.
Well, thanks to you. If I try to prefer solutions, I probably say the same thing Titus is, and I'll make a caveat here. Myself and Titus talk a lot, so our thinking sometimes is in sync. I mean, he sent me the Ghana non-communicable disease document, and I read it, and I sent him a message. I was like, Titus, are we serious at all? So a lot of the things he said, I agree with. I'm just going to add two things. The first one will be the political will. Everything Titus has said is absolutely important, but we should have the political will to fight these battles. We shouldn't be ad hoc and instructing. We should have the political will, and the political will must be bipartisan. We should have a national agenda, a national approach to managing communicable diseases, not a partisan approach. That is something we need to start thinking, and the only way to do it is to have cross-party and stakeholder conversations to try and get a framework in place that both political parties will buy. Because I don't believe that this system where, as it stands now, even in the NPP, there are people who are looking for the exit of people who are managing our health system so that they can also get into public office. And people in the NDC are sitting down waiting for hopefully 2025 for them to win the election so that everyone is pushed out so that they can come and get a job. I don't believe that is the way to manage a health system. So we need to go away from that. The second thing would be regulation. Titus has spoken copiously about prevention, and I have talked about prevention in the past. But one of the ways of preventing is to regulate the supply chain of our herbal medicinal products. I have always argued that it is bonkers that people would be very serious about what is contained in a perfume or deodorant they use and check all that, but would be able to buy at a trotro station or a bar station, any concoction that is supposed to do X, Y, Z, especially these aphrodisiacs, and drink it not knowing what it contains. I think that is crazy. But we have laws to prevent these things from happening. And those laws should be enforced as part of our preventative drive. If we continue down the lane, and that's why when people say that, our prevalence and incident rates are peculiar, I tell them because we are very strange people. We do peculiar things. So in the end, we have peculiar outcomes. And so those are the two things I've add, apart from saying that I agree with Titus and most of the things he said.
Absolutely. I'm so glad we had the two of you this morning because the path is clear.
Yeah.
The path is clear. We know what needs to be done, Ray. All right. I want to say a big thank you to Dr. Titus Bayo, Senior Lecturer, University of Ghana Medical School. He also happens to be the NDC parliamentary candidate for Lambusie in the Upper West region. But he said something earlier before we came on air, actually. Or was it while we were on air? He said if we can keep our grubby hands off at least healthcare and education, our country will move a lot further. And by grubby hands, I think we mean political hands. So he says today, even though he is a parliamentary candidate, he's putting the politics aside so we can talk about actual solutions. Kwame Sapon-Asiedu is pharmacist, D&D fellow on public health, CDD Ghana. And my goodness, how long has Kwame been pointing out the glaring and obvious problem with how we are approaching dialysis treatment in this country? And it turns out that he's a prophet, right? Because exactly as he feared, it has all come to pass. As for that, the capping of the funds of NHIA for the government to spend on other things, another day we'll get into it.
I pray Dr. Bayo gets to Parliament. And when you're discussing some of these matters in the future, you put your political cap aside and let your professional side, which is you as a doctor with all the experience, let it show so that we can begin really to see a lot more change in our policies.
Yeah, I was speaking to a colleague on the other side this morning, and I was telling him, I wish this kidney discussion we are having, we could have a bipartisan discussion where both NDC and NPP will say, okay, I'm bringing my medical doctors or health experts, I'm bringing my finance experts, you bring your finance expert, let's sit together and come up with a solution that we all agree to. And then something like that will get a bigger buy-in.
Right.
I think because this is non-discriminator. If you take anybody's, I keep saying, if you cut anybody's blood, you won't see NDC or MPP. And it's something we should really sometimes think out of the political lenses and then see how we can chart a clear path for the country.
Right.
Thank you.
How anybody can prioritize politics over life beggars belief. But anyway, we see it all the time. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap this thing up amongst ourselves and then see the way forward. But thanks to Kwame Sapwansidu and Dr. Titus Bayo. We're back after these.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
To the shining sea, where the airline that sets you free with the rhythm of Africa. Together we reach our goal.
Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
National Health Insurance.
Great news! The National Health Insurance Scheme (NHIS) has waived the waiting period for all members aged 70 years and above. All 70 years and above are also exempted from paying a premium. Enrollment and renewal are absolutely free on the NHIS. Members who are 70 years and above can automatically access healthcare when they newly register with the NHIS or renew their membership annually. You are no longer required to serve the 1-month waiting period for late renewals. Dad, mom, grandpa, and grandma, let your old age be filled with good health and access instant healthcare at zero cost on the NHIS today. Download the My NHIS mobile app to register with your Ghana card or visit the nearest NHIS office. Terms and conditions apply. For details, contact the NHIS call center on 054 444 6447 or 0302 746 447. NHIS, your access to quality healthcare. This message is brought to you by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
Mami loan no, NIB loan no. When you need a personal loan, you need a bank that you can trust. A bank with the best possible rate and the process easy and stress-free. That's National Investment Bank, NIB. You know what I mean? NIB, NIB. We help with your financial needs. NIB, NIB. We have variety of personal loans. NIB, NIB.
Visit the nearest NIB branch for your personal loans today. You can call 0302 428 500 or call toll free on 0800 007 777. Your CIMG award-winning bank with over 60 years of banking is here to empower your dreams every step of the way.
NIB. We have variety of personal loans.
NIB. Your business is our business. Terms and conditions apply.
NIB, NIB.
Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Keep buying your luckiest ticket with star 712 hash as an individual, a group, an association, or even a community, and stand a chance of winning in the community draw or the ultimate draw on 23rd of December. Be the luckiest on star 712 hash and win millions. Ticket sale starts on October 4th, 2023, and draw date is on 23rd December 2023. Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. Win millions on star 712 hash.
Teachers.
The luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Prepare for an exhilarating experience at the main fair of the 2023 EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. Join us at the Accra International Conference Center from Thursday, November 23rd to Sunday, November 26th, 2023. Doors will be open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day to welcome you. This year, we are diving into the theme of home ownership, exploring the nuances between affordability, comfort, and luxury. Whether you're embarking on your home ownership journey or looking for upgrades, this fair is your destination for all things housing. Encounter a comprehensive assembly of stakeholders from Ghana's housing and construction sectors. Engage the experts across the spectrum of home creation and enhancement. The EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is in partnership with EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and powered by the Planned City Extension Project from Cities and Habitats. Rent to own. And sponsored by Elegant Homes and General Constructions Limited, where quality meets value. Global Lighting, your solution to quality lighting. Syntex Tank, Air Strong, Air Tough. Springfield Estates, where dreams are built. Virtual Security, complete security solution. DBS, your roof experts. Virtual Infosec Africa, security solutions by design. Saint Gobain, making the world a better plan. Clifton Homes, beautiful homes, wise investments. The Kissington Heights, Airport City, Kumasi, by HDG Homes Limited.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial star 946 hash to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
The Ministry of Education, in partnership with National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, present the most exciting science event of the year, STEM Novation, where innovation meets science. The National Contest of Ideas for Second Cycle Schools has reached its pinnacle with the final showdown, which features the top 24 schools, happening on the 14th and 15th of November at the City Conference Center, University of Ghana. Join us from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and witness 24 exceptional schools going head-to-head in an innovation contest to solve tomorrow's problems today. Don't miss this grand occasion filled with knowledge, curiosity, and groundbreaking ideas. There will be exhibits of science projects from schools in Ghana. Come and take a look at the innovations of youth. Join us for STEM Novation 2023 because there's always room for more knowledge. STEM Novation 2023, solving tomorrow's problem today.
Grace Keval International, on the occasion of their 10th anniversary, presents a night of classical and operatic music featuring Ghana's premier opera group Lumina, the award-winning South African opera singer Maestro Kagojelo, and the renowned Accra Chamber Orchestra. Date 25th November 2023. Venue the Accra International Conference Center, 6 p.m. sharp. Tickets are being sold on all Ego Tickets platforms online, the front decks of Joy FM, Airport Shell, and Christ the King Catholic Church. 200 Ghana cedis for VIP and 100 Ghana cedis for regular. For bulk tickets and reservations, call 020-738-0866. An experience of a night of classical bliss awaits you. Proceeds of the event will be used to support the Leukemia Foundation and the Incarcerated Youth Correctional Center Foundation. It's Grace Corral International at 10. See you there.
Joy. We're going to tie a bow on it in a nice style in just a moment with our final thoughts. But first,
choose your favorite number from 1 to 36. Just stick and get ready for the excitement as we unveil the lucky number. Prepare yourself to unleash even more moolah by staking from 1 Ghana cedis, 1 Ghana pay, to 350 Ghana cedis and win 26 times your stake on the amazing Pick 1 game by Game Pack. Play by dialing star 946 hash on all networks via the website, or download the Game Pack app, which is on the website gamepackgames.com. Watch the live draws on Adum TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon and 6 p.m. daily. Game Pack, more moolah, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18 years, and please play responsibly.
So Kingdom Books, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment and also furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you, Mama V, living somewhere in the Eastern region, can now shop by simply logging onto kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of our branches. It is hassle-free. We'll arrange delivery to your homes and offices within reasonable time. You get the point.
Yes.
We also offer free delivery within Accra and Tema. You pay small when you're in the Eastern region. And payment via Momo is also allowed across all networks. Their terms and conditions apply here.
Okay, so it's happening. The exhilarating experience of the main fair of the 2023 EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is upon us. Join us at the Accra International Conference Center from Thursday the 23rd of November to Sunday the 26th. Okay, doors will be open from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. each day, so listen, you're welcome. This year, we're getting into the theme of home ownership, exploring the nuances between affordability, comfort, and luxury. So whether you're embarking on your home ownership journey or looking for upgrades, this fair is your destination for everything housing. Now, the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is in partnership with EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and powered by the Planned City Extension Project. From cities and habitats rent to own, and it is sponsored by Elegant Homes, where quality meets value. Global Lighting, your solution to quality lighting. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough. Alphabet City, the ABC of home sweet home. Springfield Estates, where dreams are built. Virtual Security, complete security solution. DBS, your roof experts. Virtual InfoSec Africa, security solutions by design. Saint-Gobain, Weber, Guy Proc, Pro-Rock, Placo Isover, making the world a better home. Clifton Homes, beautiful homes, wise investments, and the Kensington House, Airport City, Kumasi by HDG Homes Limited.
I like Kensington. Yes.
That's the one you like.
Yeah.
Not Saint-Gobain, Weber, Guy Proc, Pro-Rock, Placo Isover.
Okay, now it's a new world of doing business, and your business shouldn't be left out. It's time to get a Momo for business today. To accept payment for over 50 million Momo customers, all you need is a business registration certificate and your Ghana card. Applying to be MTN Momo merchant has been made simple and fast. You just have to dial star 5051 hash and follow the prompts, or apply online at momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh. You receive a reference number which you can use to track your application. So don't get caught waiting. Enjoy secure transactions and convenient transactions for your business with MTN Momo today. Note that the application is free. Do not pay any money to anyone for a merchant payment solution. Indeed, you can report any fraudulent charges using the Momo app available on Play Store and the App Store.
And as the 2024 election beckons, Ghana needs a tight monetary and fiscal policy regime as prescribed by the IMF. Ghana is at crossroads once again. What are the needed tax reforms to address revenue shortfalls as against a tight expenditure in an IMF program? Join us on the Joy Business Economic Forum, pre-budget edition on the theme, the 2024 budget, maintaining a tight fiscal policy and a business-friendly environment in an election year. Speakers are Professor John Gachi, Dean of the School of Business, University of Cape Coast, Dr. Ejapoma Jeshidako, economist and senior lecturer, University of Ghana Business School, also Dr. Humphrey Eyimdake, President, Association of Ghana Industries, as well as Joseph Obeng, President, Ghana Union Traders Association, and Mark Bedu Abuaje, CEO, Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Happening Monday, 13th of November 2023, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. is the time. The program will be live on Joy News and Joy FM and all the Joy Business social media handles. The pre-budget forum is powered by Joy Business with support from Joy FM and Joy News.
All right then. So listen, just before we go, I think we've got a few seconds. Okay, so let's just say a big thank you to everyone. But Ray, look, you didn't. I didn't hear really from you after the doctors completed their takes.
Because I am at them with them on the substantive points they have raised. Now let's be quite clear. All of this gets to one point. We have put in place people whose business is to think and implement policy. It is they who are failing the country. And until we either change them or get them to effectively work, these conversations will continue.
What a pity. Listen, thanks to all of you for joining in and listening. And by the way, congratulations on the first leg of their achievement. The Zen group, the team that has been cycling to the north and back in aid of mental health, they've reached Tamale, and they are about to start their return leg. So congrats to them and good luck on their second leg. They're really doing it.
Congratulations to me ahead of my joining the marathon soon.
For a Father Christmas body. Thanks for listening. It's been the Super Morning Show. On behalf of the team, have a fantastic day. Let's do it again tomorrow.